Our fucking music died. So yeah, the music just fucking died. All right, well, whatever. We're doing without. Hello everyone. I don't fucking care to fucking fix it today. Here, I'll just kill that. It's all fucking broke. All right, well, hello everyone. As y'all have probably saw me mention small volcano and all that shit. If there's gonna be some echo, I apologize for that ahead of time. Yeah. Goddamn microphone sensitivity. All right. Yeah. So, uh, I'm gonna sound stressed as fuck for a little bit until I start calming down and unwinding. My job is more or less making me work in office every day for the next month, and that may or may not result in me actually sleeping in my office to make a message to them. And I do mean like probably Monday through Thursday I will not be home. And then Thursday I'll come home, do the stream, and then probably take an Uber right after stream straight back to the office and rinse and repeat. Because it's expensive as fuck. It's like $100 a day for me to back and forth from my job to home. And I think this is going to be the one time they're going to make an exception to make it a significant importance to not necessarily Twitch subscriptions at this time. There is a donate button down below if you have the money just sitting around to help out. Please do, because I'm going into I'm going to be like sleeping in my office for my job to more or less make rent, to make ends meet. And yeah, it fucking sucks. And I explained to them I explained to my boss that yeah, I may not have the money. It's like pretty fucking expensive to go back and forth from work. And he said rules are rules. So fuck corporations. I think it's ridiculous that it even. Why did that double press? All right, whatever. I think it's ridiculous that it even had to be a. You do realize that they got completely fucking ignored. So yeah, sorry for this really stress sounding start to the stream. I almost postponed today's stream for tomorrow, but I'm going forward with it. Uh Mostly because I don't want to be inconsistent with the stream. I should be. I genuinely should be. But yeah, I again, I think it's dumb. Had I known that this was going to be an issue, had I known that they were just not going to give a fuck about my situation, I would have not taken the job. I absolutely would not have accepted the job because everyone there is fighting for higher pay, because the cost of living in the area is not exactly great. Also, if I don't know if the donation. Okay, well, Kagra, you did kind of miss me explaining things. I'll sum it up. Job making me work in office for the rest of the month, and I will probably be sleeping in the office because I can't afford it. Like, Monday to Thursday, and then going back into the office, Thursday night to sleep in the office for the rest of the week until Friday, where I come home and actually have a weekend. Yeah, that's the summary of it. Because it's like $100 a day to Uber back and forth, not per trip, just total. Well, it's okay, 115 actually. And yeah, yeah. It's frustrating. Yep. It's gonna sound really fucking weird on stream because the Spotify shit the bed for some fucking reason. I don't even know if everything's actually set up correctly right now. That's how by the seat of the pants this has been. So we're gonna see how this goes. And can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear the controller going up and down.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, well, hold up a moment. Testing 1 2. Okay, cool. I can't hear shit on my end at the moment.
I hear some sort of feedback coming through my headphones.
Awesome. All right, hold up.
Through my headphones.
All right, that's mostly corrected. I see that it's going to be playing quieter on your side. I kind of don't care today.
Plus, it's like there's no in-game music. It's just you put on whatever you want to hear while you're playing it.
Yep.
But like for those of you who are watching this around, remember that there is an official Square Enix music channel that has a bunch of like Final Fantasy VII soundtracks. So if you want to pull up music from that game while watching us play this, there's your little destination for it. And I believe the soundtracks are also on Spotify if you have that.
Are we still at the? Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay,
We're fine.
well, let's try the Spotify shit again. And yeah, today's already been a goddamn scuffed stream.
Yeah,
Like,
as it is.
upsettingly scuffed.
Well, it's also compounding on the stuff you had to deal with. It's just like the moment that we finally push things through, it'll settle in. It usually does.
Do they have a specific Spotify soundtrack for this?
Did you?
Do they? You're the one that's mentioning it.
Uh, I just mentioned that Square has all the OSTs from the Final Fantasy series on Spotify. It's like if people want to specifically pull up FF7 music or FF7 remake music, they can do that.
All right, then we're just gonna have some of that in the background
Yeah, if you want.
because it's gonna be very disorienting for everyone in the watching the VODs, but listen along or something. I don't know.
Put on Campfire Song from SpongeBob for all we know. God, I heard that shit so much as a kid. Probably a concerning amount as a kid.
Are we not even getting it on our end either? Oh my god, I'm about to fucking throw some goddamn hands with my computer today. Are we good? Are we okay now?
This has now officially become a technical difficulty stream guest starring Power Wash Simulator.
No fucking shit. I am so goddamn
In the Hall of the Mountain King while cleaning the filth from the world.
just for one goddamn day. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, just Kagura just hitting the nail on the head with the fucking Heidegger impression. Employee number 4532, the terrorists are almost here and those armbusters had better be spotless. I hope there's a mission where you have to clean for fucking where you have to clean like one of Hojo's little laboratories or some shit. And you've got like
I'm hoping so too.
and you've got like the weird Hojo freakazoid monster you fight when Red 13 joins you.
Okay, it's having us use the PD Pro. Good.
Right. And I would also like to no, they saved that for Viscera Cleanup Detail DLC.
Oh, if they got the opportunity to do it. Hold up, do I have the full kit? Yes, I do. All right, awesome.
Yeah, I believe in special stages you get a pre-decided loadout.
Okay, good.
Okay, so here's the lobby of the Shinra
Oh, that's
building.
part of it too.
Yep.
The hauler.
And the Hardy Daytona.
Oh my god, so I have to clean 2 vehicles?
Yes, you have to clean
All right.
2 vehicles in one stage by the look of things.
Let me start with the one that everybody matters.
And we're getting texts from Mr. Reeve 2ST himself.
Yep. A few words of feel free to read them.
I can't read the text too well from here.
Oh, shit piss ass. Hold on.
Yeah,
because
like the screen's kind of tiny.
All right, there you go.
All right, as you are new to Midgar, allow me to say a few words by way of introduction.
Here, hold up. Let me make this easier for you.
Yeah, because it's like the contrast is like, holy shit.
There you go. Go ahead and read the intro.
All right. As you are new to Midgar, allow me to say a few words by way of introduction. I am Director of Urban Planning, responsible for the design of the entire city, including its heart, the Shinra Building, in which you are currently working. So Reeve is one of the 5 major executives of the Shinra Electric Power Company.
Loud.
Yeah. Let's see. There's also Palmer. There's Scarlet. There's Heidegger, and then there's President Shinra himself. Next DLC, you gotta clean up the Ruby weapon.
Oh my god. I actually would be pretty okay with that, even if it's just the Final Fantasy VII Ruby weapon.
No, especially if it's the Final Fantasy VII Ruby weapon and it's specifically cleaning up the low poly model.
Oh god. Watch out for the pointy bits.
Which pointy bits? That's the fun part. All of the pointy bits.
Also, I'm using the Prima Vista Pro, which probably wouldn't be unlocked if I was playing on a nearly incomplete. Yeah.
Our organization, run by lauded President Shinra, is split into 5 divisions: urban planning, space and aeronautics, advanced weaponry, research and development, and public safety.
Seeing how well that's working out.
And we're getting some little, we're also getting some little primers of like Final Fantasy VII world lore for people who've probably never played the games. Time mission in which you have to clean the entire tiny Bronco before Sid comes out and beats your ass.
Yeah, he's just like, what in the goddamn?
Just reaches over and grabs the nearest broom, and you hear the limit break sound effect from the original game. Actually, shit, I think one of his joke weapons in the PS1 original is a mop.
Ah, that wouldn't surprise me. We wrap up, we just see him walking out going, oh, alright.
Reaches for a cigarette, and like one of the Shinra robots points to a no smoking sign, and he's just like, fucking flicks it off to the side.
God damn it. Barrett with this uncharacteristically, mostly characteristic fucking, censored swear words. Immediately YouTube family friendly.
Yep.
Damn it!
It's just so funny to me. That's what they did to compromise in the original script, is they just like replaced all the like rated R tier cursing with symbols, except for the occasional utterance of the word shit.
Which makes you kind of question what they actually wanted to do.
That is a very good question, especially considering the amount of profanity they get away with in Remake, and it still gets a teen rating.
Yeah, I mean, the ESRB is arbitrary as fuck.
Yeah. I think a few people have mentioned that it's like GTA tends to get a pass when it comes to violence that other games would get just an immediately hard no from.
Yeah.
I expect either Heidegger of Public Security or Professor Hojo of Research and Development to call upon your services at some point as well. As head of Public Security, Heidegger commands the city's military, while Hojo concerns himself with pushing the boundaries of science. That I have never seen a personal text do so much heavy lifting with pushing the boundaries of science.
Right.
Due to the highly secretive nature of their jobs, as well as their eccentric personalities, I recommend not making any ripples, let alone waves. Oh my god.
Waves, you say. Waves, you say. I'm having to remember for a moment. Waves, you say. Waves, you say. Wait, why is there an unabashed fucking charger just chilling right here?
Probably because of the fact that some of the cars in FF7, it's more clearly seen in Remake, are just based on like 50s and 60s vintage cars.
No, that's fair.
Well, like you can even kind of see it in the body of the hauler here if you like back up a bit.
Oh yeah, this being an old ass fucking three-wheel Japanese hauling truck.
Yeah, like some kind of old fucking pickup that they would have had back in the day.
Old Japan exclusive Toyota pickup truck.
Yeah, I think the first time I ever confronted the idea of different countries having different exclusive models of car was it was either Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or it was Great Teacher Onizuka.
Onizuka, because that's actually a topic in one of the chapters.
Yeah, because the fucking vice principal what's-his-fuck drives a Toyota Cresta, and it's like every few story arcs, someone or something falls from the school roof and completely fucking ruins it.
Mm-hmm. There's also a regular car reviews video where Mr. RCR actually brings up a car it gets to review a car that would otherwise be completely fucking like casual for us, but in Japan there's a luxury alternative model for it, and it's like it's literally the car that I think Kiryu shoots a gun out of in Yakuza 0. Like when I saw
That's
it
the
after
fucking
the fact,
epithet that it gets. That's the honor that it gets.
Well,
Is
so-
the rare car that was used to house the rare moment that Kazuma Kiryu grabbed a gun.
that's the only metric I have. The other metrics is literally mob movies for Japan.
To be fair, that is a pretty good metric considering that the one singular time Kiryu grabbed a gun, going by that fucking rail shooter minigame, he exploded a fucking helicopter twice.
And it's on its own, were that actually to happen in Japan, that would be international news.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so ridiculous that now into the vehicles themselves, which I'm actually quite interested in on the lore for.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And somehow still didn't kill anyone.
The motorcycle is Harley Daytona, highly maneuverable and powered by our company's first V-type DOHC engine.
Which is a soldier issue vehicle too, isn't it?
I believe it's used in aircraft. The engine is the same as those used in small... Yeah, holy shit, I actually remember that. And it does 0 to 60 in... I see we've already arrived. Okay, Reeve has definitely written some fucking sales pitches before if that's his takeaway from that. Holy shit.
Let's see, hold up. Let me pull up the tablet for that again. Because I know sometimes writers will actually sneak little references to actual engines. So it's the V-type DOHC. Hold up. Let me actually get near it.
Oh god, I forgot how many spikes this thing has.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason it has this many spikes is because Advent Children put it there.
No, I think it actually did sort of have it in the original, like, chunky model, too.
So that's the...
That's a lot of bird shit.
It's Cobweb's dust and suit, actually.
No, that's definitely bird shit. Cobwebs do not sit like that.
It's Livestream dust.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so yeah, it's a V2, probably...
Why does it look like it
It's a
has a
four-stroke.
coral reef on it?
I don't fucking know. It's a 4-stroke engine, though. I'll show you why I know it's a 4-stroke. Because each cylinder, boop boop, boop boop, and it has an extra outtake.
All right.
I believe that's the indication for 4 strokes. 4-stroke is more or less how many strokes it takes for a full revolution. 2 strokes being only gasoline, 4-stroke being oil and gasoline. Where the oil comes from the reservoir at the bottom.
Though I wonder how that would actually function when you throw Mako, I guess is the official pronunciation now, into the equation.
I'm pretty sure it's some hand-wavy magic finagly.
That or it's like they use the Mako as like some sort of like electrical adjacent power source, and it still uses proper oil, considering the way that in the original PS1 game, the way the exhaust fucking explodes. Why is this cream-colored crusty stuff all over the motorcycle, Hojo? Why does everyone blame me for all the white crusty stuff?
Somebody just quietly goes, I don't know, he's the one who always has the weird animal experiments in the lab.
Meanwhile, Reeve is just sort of like trying not to be too self-conscious as he like hides 2 gigabytes worth of Ketshi commissions he's gotten off of Fur Affinity.
Oh, right. Ketshi being his fucking furry OC.
Yep. Ketshi is basically Reeve's persona, and the moment you acknowledge that, the funnier everything about Ketshi as a character becomes.
Yep. It's even funnier considering, like, isn't it even more obvious in the remake due to Intergrade?
Oh yeah, because they give him a cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hold on. We finally found an actual suspiciously wealthy furry, and it turns out he's one of the 5 board members of an international Fiction 500 company.
Fiction 500. Oh my god.
What?
I was hoping that wasn't Crazy Chocobo. I was actually going to have to change that.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully we won't get any, like, DMCA situations.
Oh, yeah, that too, I guess.
The Spotify playlists are pretty well curated, but we shouldn't be.
Even in Final Fantasy, we have suspiciously wealthy furries.
Yep. Also, I hate it when this happens.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I think we're good on that one.
Thankfully, it's easy enough to get in there once you notice it, but it's like, it drives you up the fucking wall sometimes with this game. And yet it's still not as particular about this shit as Viscera Cleanup Detail, where it's like, hey, pick up every individual bullet casing in the fucking level, dickhead.
And sometimes the suspiciously wealthy are literally furries. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for the hauler.
I wonder what the over-under on the conversion rates are, because you're still technically getting paid in US dollars, but considering that the currency of Final Fantasy has always been gil, I gotta wonder what the exchange rate is on that shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1-to-1. Like it's analogous to yen.
You would think so, but at the same time, like, considering you can get it from just beating the shit out of animals in fucking underused construction tunnels, I gotta imagine that's gotta affect the fucking conversion rates at all because of the...
actually went into detail of why that's less a things that monsters drop and more a animal controlled bounty sort of thing.
Yeah,
where you're not actually getting gil, you're getting proofs of control.
I know that's why.
Turn in.
Yeah, because that's why some games handle it as like they drop certain items that you then sell. Like Final Fantasy 12 does that. Xenoblade 3 does that.
I think that's it for the hauler.
I think the hauler takes up like God, it really does actually take up the majority of the amount of cleaning real estate in this level. God,
I mean,
damn.
It wouldn't be nearly as fun if it was just the just this.
And they are both technically just as iconic because they're both involved in the crazy motorcycle chase segment. Oh god, the way that all the mess just comes off instantly is amazing.
I mean, it helps that it's the PB Pro, where you can actually just slow sweep with the widest angle.
It's like a fucking before and after transition, the way you slide that thing over.
Mm-hmm. And it helps that I'm using Hall Effect controller.
Do you clean the motor ball next? Oh god, yeah.
I don't know. There's like 5 or 6 levels. I'm trying to remember what they said on the tweet. Like this compared to the Tomb Raider one, this one had a lot more effort put into it than the Tomb Raider one.
Shinra Hauler is a classic all-purpose vehicle and has been an integral part of alternative city life. While it may look clunky and unusable with its unusual 3-wheel design, I assure you its appearance belies its true power.
Got any more for us, Reeve?
He's just typing, give him a minute. On an open freeway, the hauler could theoretically keep pace with the Hardy Daytona. So there's your little, like, wink nudge as to how it keeps the pace it does during the crazy motorcycle chase minigame.
Probably has the same engine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I don't know. Are motorcycle engines that usable in, like, conventional motor vehicles?
Yeah. If it's a small enough vehicle, you can put a motorcycle grade engine in an actual 4-wheel vehicle. Hell, you can put a 4-wheel vehicle grade engine on a motorcycle if you have enough.
I just had a hard time imagining that because, like, motorcycles tend to use different types of... Give Reeve a chance. He's got to switch off of his F-less. Oh, Christ.
He's the one who fucking pushed for the AI art ban on the site.
Oh, yo, no, you know what? Of all the people who could make that shit happen, it would be Reeve.
Yeah.
It would be fucking Mr. Reeve 2SD.
Oh, Final Fantasy 14 music is playing. I don't know if we're allowed to... Whatever.
I don't know. I imagine what we're doing is transformative enough it's okay.
Well, it's the material usage policy that falls into it. I might just... Hold up.
Man, that just made me imagine that there's actually probably discourse in the world of Final Fantasy VII of, like, people on the Midgar internet
there we
arguing
go.
over shit like... of people on whatever the Midgar's equivalent of the internet is arguing over which version of Stamp should or should not use the muzzle curve.
You know that shit's literally called MakoNet.
Oh, something like that. Or like what TFS did with Shintranet.
Yeah, it's either MakoNet or Shintranet. Honestly, Shintranet actually sounds a lot funnier.
Yeah.
It's Shinternet and Shintranet. The local networks is Shintranet, where you're inside the building.
There you go.
That is what intranet tends to mean. What's up, Bobster? Also, hello everyone. I forgot to give my hellos, but
Nah.
Stress is wearing itself
Stress is
down.
what stress do.
We're doing Power Wash Simulator.
Jesus Christ, they really want you to see all the little bits and bobs on, like, that's one of the things I like about this DLC so far, is it feels like a glorified model viewer as well as being a Power Wash Sim DLC.
Yeah, because this is literally remake assets.
I believe it is, just scaled down, because I don't know what engine Remake is in, but I want to say it's a modified version of Unreal 4.
Well, this is Unity.
Yeah. And like, Unity is a pretty customizable engine. It just has some trouble with certain hardware sometimes.
Yeah, and the Steam Deck, which, in case y'all are wondering, yep, there you go, is what we're using. And this is using, I think it's CryoFreeze. CryoFreeze or CryoBite, it's an application that makes this run significantly better. So if it looks better, so if games look a little bit better than usual, it's because of that.
There you are, you sons of bitches. Like, I've played enough of this game that I'm getting that feeling secondhand when you're hitting the D-pad and you're like, where are you? Where are you, little shits?
You could tell I formed techniques of getting stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, everyone forms their own.
It's the fairing.
Yeah, you're getting.
Means...
If it's not going down from the top, try from like the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Like behind all the casing and shit.
Also, this is a lot more generous than the core game is.
I imagine it's because of just how fit together this thing is. Like, look at that. Look at all that orange glow.
Make if I really wanted to get it correctly. Hold up. Oh, I'm also using the wrong nozzle. There we go.
Oh, you actually use the soap nozzle.
Yeah, absolutely. This is all metal? Good. You'd be surprised how quickly the soap nozzle actually works.
I mean, mostly I just use it to get rid of, like, the more difficult stuff, and then I use the conventional nozzles to take care of the rest.
I use soap nozzle to clear the, like, stuff that's very hard to get, because it actually has a bigger spread.
Don't you love watching the water get in those crevices? Yes, actually.
Yeah, no, this game is like Satisfaction, the video game.
Like, after all the jokey meme quote-unquote simulator games, when this game first came up, it was the biggest surprise to find out that it was not a bit.
Yeah, no, this is unabashedly, like, a very good simulator game.
They even acknowledge some of the inconsistencies of, like, wouldn't it imply that you're firing hot water if it's called a power washer? What you're using is supposed to be a pressure washer.
I mean, technically
something
it's both.
like that. Because, like, if you used an actual power washer, there's a very good chance you could pull up actual fucking flakes of paint and outright metal if you're not careful, but it's a fucking video game.
Sorry, Final Fantasy 13 is banned on the stream. I heard a very particular composer's signature in a track, and I'm like, no.
One of these days I want to make, like, an actual video essay talking about why I dislike Final Fantasy 13, not just because of, like, the general discourse, blah, but, like, I actually want to put out a version of that doesn't go out of its way to shit on people who like the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy the game, I'm not gonna fucking pass judgment. It's just
exactly, because it's like,
it's banned on my stream.
Just there's so many more articulate, specific ways that you could point out that game's flaws that don't go back to just completely
Back
just.
on the holler. Also, thank you, Malkin, for the Twitch Prime.
Hey, thank you. That
I don't. Also, if y'all do hit the PayPal donation button, I don't know if that's fixed. So, like, mention that if you did, because it's
I see.
not fixed.
Yeah, it's that back plate right there.
Yeah,
there's probably some stuff in between the grooves and the framework.
More than likely. There's some things about 13 that I think is really neat that they did do. But
that's one of the things that, like, when I'm actually talking seriously and I want to see someone talk seriously, the one thing that always gets on my
it's all the holler.
It's all the holler is so much. This fat bitch right here.
All right, go ahead.
The one thing that always sticks in my craw is when people act like just because a game they came away disliking a game, that means every single aspect of it, good or bad, is just completely null and void, and that's not how that works. there's usually people who put in a decent amount of work to make stuff work like it does, and even the worst games can have good stuff. Like Paper Mario Sticker Star, for as much as people will give that shit, Chugga Conroy, aka Emil, is going through that like chapter by chapter, and even he is having moments of like, no, this has some good music. This has some moments of whimsy. There's some hints of what made people like Paper Mario in this game that I hate with the passion of 1,000 suns, and that's what makes it even worse.
Thank you for the tier 1.
Hey.
Oh, it's this.
And it's like that's kind of the thing, because it's like at the end of the day, 13 was disappointing, but I wouldn't say it's a bad game. There's clearly aspects of its systems and pacing where it knows what it wants to do. It's just what that thing wasn't what a lot of people who are into Final Fantasy for years really wanted. It doesn't really feel like it feels like it's streamlined being an RPG so much.
Yeah.
It took out the oh my god, yeah.
I love the time.
It took out the stuff that people love, like the little bits of exploration, poking your head into oh my god, we're doing this already?
Oh.
Yo.
Oh. Only $150.
$150 to clean a fucking anti-terrorist weapon. Let's go.
It's the fucking DLC stuff.
I know, but the logic of that is hilarious to me.
It's comedic.
Oh, this thing is
nice to scale.
Covered in fucking
bioresidue, grime.
The fun part is you don't know if it means bioresidue is in like
hold up. You saw that? You saw that flicker for a moment.
This thing is moving. This thing is active.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Ladder. I want to hold up.
You are genuinely going to get lit the fuck up as soon as you clean this thing, aren't you?
Was it this thing that was moving? Oh, did it stop moving when I got... Oh, no, there we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing. Generic no PFP Google icons.
It is actually we are cleaning this thing while it is live. Oh my god.
Oh, no, this is them flexing. Hold up, look.
Oh, and your body sort of gently moves with the fucking talons moving in.
This is the this is the devs flexing at this point.
Oh my god.
Can I put this down somewhere that's not in the way? Alright, well, once you pick it up, you gotta do it, I guess.
Just move it like somewhere in back so it's not in frame too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the tail is fine.
Okay, hold up, where was it?
Make sure not to clean while the tail is up. There we go.
Oh my god. We just get AoE markers when we do.
Imagine if you actually had like a challenge mode to clean this thing while it is trying to fire on you and you have an HP bar and shit.
Where is it?
What are you looking for?
You see it flicker for a moment. There it is. We have to clean the damage off as well, which means we're not actually spraying water.
See, the fun thing about this being called bioresidue is I don't know if this is stuff from, like, the random monsters, or if it's literally from the spell bio splashing poison gunk on it.
Probably bio. Behold! Yeah, there you go.
Behold the Scorpion Sentinel, one of Shinra's greatest achievements in military robotics.
Glorious Shinra engineering.
Your identity has already been stored in its database as a non-target, so stop worrying and about getting shot at and start scrubbing.
Okay, that's a neat little detail.
You're quite safe for now.
Oh yeah, this is after the eco-terrorism, isn't it?
This is either sometime before or after the Sector 8 reactor explosion, I believe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or was it Sector 8 or was it Sector 1? Because I know the second one that gets, like, botched and leads to Cloud meeting Aerith, that was Sector 5.
Yeah. And that's about as far as I played. Watched videos of the rest, and hopefully the remake will be either something I experience or we stream the PS1 version.
I mean, I would
point.
even still say because of the direction remake is going, you would get more out of it if you played the PS1 original first.
Oh yeah, because it's doing a fucking
It's doing
rebuild.
a rebuild of Evangelion thing.
Yeah, I heard about that, and some people are not happy about it. I think you were one of the people at
I am
first.
definitely one of those people. Thank you for asking.
It's still nice to see like this level of nod.
Yeah,
being put
like
into
my
it.
my distaste is more isn't that I hate it, like not to contradict what I immediately just said. It's like it's not what I wanted out of an FF7 remake.
They should be not calling it remake from the sounds of it.
I mean, technically they're going with like a different retitle with each iteration. Like I think the next one is called Reunion because it's going to touch on the Nibelheim incident.
Mm-hmm. And not as a DLC, which they genuinely could have done.
I mean, considering they're making it for like PS5 and shit, that game gonna be big.
You'd be surprised, actually, depending on what they do, because everybody's now questioning like how it's going to be handled from here on out.
Well, they already had a bunch of the assets for like character models and shit built already, so that would save them on dev time.
Mm-hmm. And yet it still took so long to come out.
The Integrate DLC? No, you get that with
No,
the Steam version.
the Reunion.
Reunion? What?
Or whatever, the next game, the next actual game.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be PS5 exclusive initially, and we're probably not going to get it on Steam for like 3 years.
Yeah, because Sony is actually causing issues with Square Enix right now.
And they're also probably going to abide it anyway because, oh, the original game was a PS1 original killer app. Yeah, and that was back in the olden days when your options were so much more stringent.
It's on PC now. It's on other platforms. So if you wanted to get it outside of PS5, like it's available. It's just it's
Yeah.
it's still not a good move on Square Enix to just platform lock it to a platform that is struggling to genuinely still be bought to this day, contrary to Sony's insistence.
Have they ever disclosed how many of those supposedly sold PS5 models are actually in active use yet?
No, they've refused to disclose that. They keep saying it's classified.
I thought so.
Yeah. Sony's kind of pulling at NVIDIA, where they care more about things being scalped than...
Because it gets them money either way, so why
Yeah.
should they care? By the way, if Palmer asks you to power wash space, just spray water in the air for a while until he's happy. Yeah!
We just hear it quietly. Ding. We just get like a little prompt that says $0 space. I don't know. With the fucking extra long nozzle in the fucking...
Yeah. We could probably punch Meteor out of the sky if we do this for long enough. No need for the holy materia. Let's fucking go.
It caused a short circuit? No. Okay. This is nice, though. This is literally just a fucking Smash stage.
Yeah. Not to mention, hold on, look up. To the left a little. That's the Shinra building exterior right there.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever actually seen it from a side angle. That's neat.
Yeah, it's almost always from the front, and
It's like a
in a
front
way that
3/4 angle of some kind.
Yeah. Okay, no, they're definitely flexing.
Oh, yeah, no. The fact that you can raise the arms, holy shit.
The devs are flexing.
Oh my god.
All right, fucking let's go Power Wash devs.
I never thought one of the most hype things to do with the Final Fantasy VII Extended Universe would be a Power Wash Simulator DLC.
That is canon.
Yeah, because I did mention before that Nomura himself actually oversaw and helped write some of the dialogue for this DLC.
Oh, I gotta adjust myself to make sure.
He apparently has a thing of like doing some extra writing work on the side for some of his projects, sometimes uncredited. I believe he did the item description text for Kingdom Hearts 2 mostly on his own, and he didn't even take proper credit for it.
Now, if only he would mend his relationship with Yoshida. So I'm pretty sure those two are... Feel free to prove me wrong, but I'm pretty sure those two are not 100% on good terms.
I've seen nothing to confirm or deny. When I saw the Shinra building the first time, I thought it was going to turn into a big robot and be a boss fight.
Honestly, if you like look at the Shinra logo hard enough, you can actually confuse it for the Virgin Music logo.
Does that say more about Shinra or about Virgin Media?
I'm gonna leave that ambiguous on purpose.
You know what? That's the smartest way to do it.
Oh, that is nice that you can actually just like.
Yeah.
Oh, more things need this.
And there's that Frankie seal of approval right there.
Arm go up, arm go down. Arm go up, arm go down. Tail? Oh. Head?
The fact that it briefly turned to look at you. Oh, and the fucking eye is moving under the gunk.
Oh, that's the actual eye.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's the thing it uses to scan you in the PS1 original, so its next hit has 100% accuracy.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait, if this thing is based on the remake version, does that mean it has the fucking shield generator thing in its asshole?
Let's find out. Yep.
All right.
There you go.
We have officially given the robot a B-Day. Let's go. This is one of the only video games where we can say we've done that.
Sorry. Had to.
Given it's shaped like an aperture fucking personality cord, does that mean it technically counts as an anal bead?
Oh, I am sorely tempted to do something that may get me in trouble on Twitch. Oh, no, I'm so glad you don't have hands in this game.
I'm glad we're not playing Goat Simulator to see what would come of that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they're just missing 2 letters there, but all right. I made myself lightheaded from that laughing.
Oh, fuck. You have a drink that can help you with that, though.
No, I need oxygen, not liquids. I am taking a drink, though.
Aren't there oxygen components in liquids?
No. Unless there's stuff living inside of it.
I don't know.
You know
you
this
could
was
try.
Hojo's idea. Absolutely.
Water has oxygen in it.
Water can have oxygen in it. Again, it has to have organics in it, which if your water has oxygen in it, you do not need to be drinking that water. Or you're gonna turn into a Silicon Valley diet. Water in the raw. Remember that shit fucking existing?
Raw water.
Raw water.
I kind of remember that. Was that like before or after the fucking whole fad with neti pots?
Fucking, it's still going on. What are you talking about?
I would imagine, but I feel like it's died down and it's only the most like out of touch hoity-toity people who do
No,
it.
I had a coworker that was taking that shit.
Really?
He's doing it as a dietary thing.
Actually, no, I say that and then I remember, oh yeah, people are still thinking that raw milk is a thing and they don't realize, hey, humans pasteurize cow milk for some very good fucking reasons.
Oh no, you can have milk unpasteurized. It's just not recommended.
Exactly. Like there's actual photos out there of people drinking raw milk for the first time in like their 40s and they're sitting on a couch with a headache.
Yeah, because depending on what you fed the cow, that's gonna be in the milk.
Yup. Which, considering the way a lot of our farms are run in the U.S.,
This is actually quite like relaxing to do.
yeah, no, because it's like this thing feels like fucking
When are we getting a Final Fantasy 14 one?
yeah. but I want to say it's like, because I've never put one together before in my life, but is this not sort of like the same satisfaction people get from like putting together model kits and shit?
Absolutely.
It's just like instead of putting it together, you're going through it piece by piece by examining it by like washing it.
Like you hit the nail on the head as somebody who used to build models. Like this is about the same satisfaction.
That's kind of what I thought, because it definitely feels the same way with every level in the base campaign that deals with like cleaning a car or a boat.
Fucking what was the fucking mech's name in 14? Was it G Weapon or
the one that you pilot during Whirl-It?
Yeah.
It was G Warrior.
G Warrior. Could you imagine like cleaning the Excelsior in ADS and then G Warrior?
Yeah. Well, the fucking ADS would just be pondering the orb.
You do know there's like more than one type of ADS, right?
They're basically just palette swaps of each other. They just change
No.
the RGB lighting.
Were you high, Derek? Never mind, actually. You weren't enjoying Heaven's Word, so you probably didn't really commit a lot of that to memory.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
There's multiple shapes of an ADS, and there's actually an ADS that's a little bit like this one.
Because I know there's like cube-shaped ones. They show up in the new Eureka. Yeah. Or the new Deep Dungeon, I should say.
If Sunday, we're probably going to stream that.
Yeah. Well, no, because I would have to work on Sunday.
Oh, shit.
Well, I could still probably do it if I wake up early.
Where are you? Oh!
Hey, if you're available, I have a job for you in the Sector 7 Undercity.
Look good in boobs! Hunted boobs ahead!
I know you're eager to hear more about my Sentinel's myriad capabilities. Yes, tell me all the ways this thing could fucking murder me if it just goes awry, sir. Thank you. I'm glad to be doing this for below minimum wage. Its tail is far deadlier than that of the creature it's modeled after, and its 6 tapered legs let it get straight to the point, if you will.
Get that Pro ZD reference in there.
I think that enemy did in fact get the point. The enemy was me fighting this on hard mode in the PS4 original. And for those craven foes who want to shoot the Scorpion from a distance, it has Mark 98 and Mark 99 launchers.
Which is a reference to Front Mission.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine so.
Because if the launchers are on the back, and they're the ones that I think they are, it is absolutely a reference to Front Mission.
No, the launchers are on the arms.
Okay, hold on. Let me take a look.
Because the arms are where its guns are mounted, you see?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a Front Mission reference.
I am not surprised.
These were being developed around this, maybe not around the same time.
Because Front Mission was originally Super Famicom, right?
Yes. 1 and 2 was on the Super Famicom, and 3 was on the PS1. And I'm really looking forward to 3 Remake, because 3 is the one where they actually put a lot of effort into the models.
It's also
and where you actually can build one of these.
It's also really interesting how you have this, like, clearly inspired by a lot of Real Robot series tactical RPG, and then you've got Yoshitaka Amano having to draw like actual grizzled army veteran type characters in his usual willowy style.
Honestly, it works if you see how it looks in...
Oh yeah, I'm not dissing it. It's just a fun contrast from like his usual fantasy and like tokusatsu fare.
Yeah. And yeah, no, I do believe the body for... Where's my fucking stool? What's my step stool?
I do appreciate that you can grab your fucking tools from anywhere.
Just fucking telekinesis.
Just gravitate them to yourself like destroy all humans or some shit.
Just some old fucking RuneScape ass fucking ability to grab items from across the room and upset the Jagex for using abilities that were built into the game to grab premium items. That will forever be my favorite memory and only memory of RuneScape, is watching a free-to-play player walking into the basement of a random house in one of the main towns and just grabbing all of the premium items from a premium locked room and just walking away, and a Jagex moderator hold up.
Oh, I can go get it. You keep telling the story.
And one of the Jagex moderators stepping in. Oh, I know, right? One of the Jagex moderators stepping in and just being thoroughly upset that the items that are supposed to be for premium users have to be reset. Like, it will forever be my favorite thing to just remember about a game that I actually have no fond memories of. It's the only fond memory, in fact. It's someone completely bypassing the premium lock. Is it Stromboli or something? Oh, shit, son. Don't mind if I do. Thank you a lot, cat. I don't know if she's still watching. we also have the Final Fantasy VII remake boss theme playing
Fuck
right
yeah.
now.
There we go. Get it nice and syncretic.
Right. But yeah, just straight the fuck up. My favorite thing that has never happened again, and I'm gonna repeat it for you to hear it.
All right.
In RuneScape, old school RuneScape, was when someone used a ability built into the game to steal premium items from a locked basement room, and the Jagex GM coming in and being thoroughly pissed about it because you're not supposed to be able to do that, but like if you have telekinesis rune, you can just do it. You can just grab premium items from behind gates if they're close enough.
The only things I know about old school RuneScape are Mira from Wayne Radio TV Solutions is the one responsible for the fucking elf child becoming a meme image.
Oh my god.
And Charlie, aka Moist Critical, doing a classic RuneScape
Monkey nuts.
stream. Yep, where he where he like hoarded monkey nuts and tried to like get the prices to go up as much as physically possible on the classic RuneScape fucking market board.
I actually heard like premium RuneScape is actually pretty decent. Like the actual content that you can do with the premium subscription paid. I think you don't have to do premium anymore. But with like the actual when you do the actual premium content, it's actually pretty decent. But again, that's expecting me to go in and play a game that I don't care for.
And would basically just have you sitting there thinking, I could be playing Final Fantasy 14 right now.
I could be. I almost did during work because I was just like so fucking spent after I got told, yeah, you're working in the office for the rest of the week. I was like, okay, cool. I think I'm done for the day.
Well, that's all the time I have. I'm going to go home and play Animal Crossing on my Nintendo 3DS. Or however that Reggie clip goes.
Pretty much. The thinly veiled advertisement.
What do you mean thinly?
Because he was actually being like unironic about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I shouldn't be too surprised considering.
Ah, damn, didn't get it.
Old RuneScape was ruined for me the same way Diablo 2 was. I don't think I heard that story of how Diablo 2 got ruined for you.
Go on. I would love to hear that. Or read it, but yeah.
Same difference.
I had somebody at work, one of our clients at work, get pissy for me saying here.
In that someone insisted I play it and backseated basically oh, that kind of asshole.
Oh, yeah. I've had some people tell me when I was playing Diablo 2 way back in the day also be like, if you don't pick these abilities, you'll never beat the game.
It's sort of amazing to hear stories like fucking Naoki Yoshida talking about how he got absolutely fucking ganked by a cheater back in the days on early Battle.net and just go, yo, okay, so these problems were there from like the early days. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. The fact that Yoshida absolutely does not like PvP, it seems.
It seems like it.
Which is why we got the most un-PvP PvP in like all of MMO history.
And as well as that brief moment during the patches where suddenly Black Mage had the most ridiculous fucking buffs before it got corrected like the very next patch.
It happened again in Crystalline Conflict too. I believe they're still one of the strongest classes in Crystalline CC. I have a bite of my non-pizza.
I was on the fence about even playing it, and they insisted. And they were like, okay, pick this class character. That would be best for you. Pick these skills. Okay, go get this weapon. You need it.
God, fuck that. If we ever revisit... Nope. Oh, even worse!
You know what? Sure. We'll use this one for fucking cleaning the Regard Scorpion. Why not?
Oh, that is kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the ending of Crisis Core.
Yep.
There's an irrational amount of Final Fantasy 13 tracks in the Spotify playlist. I didn't make this playlist, by the way. Otherwise, it would have never been included.
I mean, there's a lot of people who do enjoy the music even if they don't like the game.
I only like the first game soundtrack. The first game soundtrack is, like, actually pretty fucking good. the
Manic fucking peals of laughter.
I actually played Crisis Core, so this is funny to me. Like I almost bought.
All we need is the fucking
remake.
DMW in the corner, just rolling fucking character faces as we're cleaning this, and we get like fucking we get like the fucking cat at one point.
Just the 3 repeats of, "Oh, you're from the slums too."
That's right. I forgot about that happened to Vinny.
No, it is not just Vinny that has apparently happened to. It is just really easy to do. Straight the fuck up.
Oh my god. Well, I associate it with Vinny because it seems like he's one of those people like Proton John where games just fucking break at the seams around him.
I'm surprised this hadn't happened with Power Wash with me, because like, you've seen me have some weird shit happen with fucking video games on stream.
Yeah.
Before the Steam Deck, mind you.
Yeah.
But on stream.
And
No, go ahead.
whereas it seems like with me, for some reason, most games seem to be bug-free. It's just I get bad luck with RNG, like we saw with Dragon Quest II.
You say that, but like fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2, man, I'm still fucking upset about that. Where your gacha luck was like insanely good.
For some reason, I don't like being reminded of that because it reminds me of when I actually had gacha games on my phone before I just suddenly had a moment of, all right, and I quit cold turkey. I am never looking back.
Oh yeah, no. Fluffles, like Power Wash Simulator is an unironically good game.
But you think we would stop there? Of course not. We also outfitted it with a close-range EM field and a self-repair functionality. With this bevy of features, it's nigh unstoppable. Those are new features that it does have in the remake version. That is correct.
I'm running right into it. I believe the self-repair actually comes from the tail.
I think it comes from like a core unit inside because it does the self-repair after you deal with the fucking tail laser gimmick, where you have to like duck and cover every so often.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Power Wash Simulator is unironically a very, very good game.
It is my like go-to fucking podcast game if I want to like have something on in another tab. Like I don't know, fucking Chugga Conroy going chapter by chapter through Sticker Star to explain once and for all why he dislikes it so bad after 10 years of that shit. Genuinely interesting to see him broach like actually doing essays as opposed to like Let's Plays.
There are, so, this map has a lot less of them, but in the proper game itself, the actual main campaign, there's a lot of, Power Wash oddities that will occur, and let's see if I can trip one, where, you'll be almost completely on, and it'll still behave like it's much smaller than it actually is, like this. See? But it's only with specific nozzles. I think it's 25 and 40 are the ones that have it the worst, but 15 sort of has it, and we should be... That was my stick flipping out. It's not drift, it's just the stick part having a thing I need to sand down at some point. Oh no, this thing's fucking awesome. When I got it, I was like, yo.
The moment you get to like the proper distance that it doesn't leave those little gaps in between the streams, this thing just tears shit apart, and I love it. I've never really used like the other like big fan nozzles all that much, honestly, because it never feels like it's worth it.
I don't know, it works really good if you're just doing like quick cleans. Like here, hold up. Like
but
this.
It just feels like super inefficient compared to just doing the like the yellow nozzle.
And you can see what's actually going to be stubborn, and you can, when it's stubborn, you can just do this. Stop. There we go.
Or you can do like the rotating one, which is usually it's a little easier for getting into crevices, I find.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, usually I just use like the 15 or the 0-degree nozzle.
Also, you're seeing how I play this game,
Yes, I am.
where I do everything at the bottom, and then I work my way up, because I should be working from the top to bottom, but
This is a very complicated fucking rig. You're going to be here a long time either way.
surprisingly, no, we're at 50%. We're almost at 50%.
I mean, I imagine there's going to be a lot of nooks and crannies on this thing. Like, look at the way it fits together.
Bullying people in PvP, they're dead, said log off and do their homework, and they blow them off. Go on, Cox, I want to hear where this is going. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is an actual cleaning, though.
Yeah, this is video game cleaning where things are actually genuinely enjoyable because they're clean now. A paladin runs up on him, murders him in moments, the PvP, and sends the message, I told you to do your... Oh my god! I don't know about you, but if I ever have a kid, that's relationship goals right there.
Right? Can't beat your ass in the state of Washington, so I'm gonna beat your ass in Diablo 2. For the record, discipline your children responsibly. I'm not one to say that all physical punishments are, you know, not okay, but you have to be responsible with that. That's my stance on that.
My stance on it is if my kid wants to stay up past midnight, not only do they have to finish their homework, they have to beat me in a best of 3 at Tekken 8.
Now, mind you, I'm not saying, again, just putting this out there because I know fucking the internet loves to take this bullshit out of context. I'm not saying do child abuse to punish your kid. Like, be firm. That's it. It's because of the microphones. I'm still trying to fix the issues with that. If we talk loud enough, it will actually pick up on the other microphones.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to push your mic a little bit this way. If we actually tweak the sensitivity a little bit, it will de-echo the mics pretty nicely. Yeah, it's a new setup. We're no longer on the Focusrite, which cancels itself out. It's because we kept having issues with the Focusrite. It's still here. We're still using it. Or we will still use it in the future, but yeah.
My grandpa would always hit me with a thin stick if I did something really shitty, but he tossed me a stick too, which somehow made it more threatening.
What the fuck?
Isn't your grandpa also a war vet? Because if so, that would make it even... That would make it really fucking... Oh my god, that's horrifying.
Just challenging you to Mortal Kombat.
That's basically the fucking the boss in the beginning of MGS3 disarming Jack and then handing him the useless gun back.
Jesus.
He was a Korean and Vietnam War vet.
Oh yeah, so he's probably just like, no, let's fucking go. That one done? But yeah, anyways. Don't actually, like, smack your kids.
He was preparing him to be the Highlander.
Right. But, yeah, don't actually hit your kids. Just, physical punishment can be done responsibly. Just do it responsibly. Is my stance on it. Because not everything works, unfortunately.
Corporal punishment should be a case-by-case basis that is decided entirely by the parent.
Yeah.
It is wrong to hit an unarmed foe.
Also, do bear in mind I'm from Texas, so like the stance on child punishment is very... You can get away with a lot. I do not stand by that. I stand by at least, like, reminding them that things have consequences. The Klingon way.
POV, you've just realized you've been put into a hopeless boss fight in a role-playing game.
Oh no.
He'd only hit me in the legs and rear, though, and just be like, come on, swing back, you want to be a big man.
Legs, I will were I to have a child, legs I would never do. Because you can actually cause physical, like, actual medical problems that way. Never actually strike a child's legs, especially when they're growing up. That's not a good idea.
Now's your chance to be a big shot. There it is.
God damn. Alright, I think we got most of the front legs.
There's a few little bits in, like, the upper torso, but it seems like you've got, like, yeah, it says right there, 49%.
Yeah. Also, if this stream was on TikTok, we'd be fucking ripped to pieces by now with what I just said.
Yeah, it's TikTok. Who gives a shit? It's, it's a whole fucking panopticon of judgment.
It really is.
Should I explain that? What the hell a panopticon is?
Nah. People got Google.
Yeah, that's fair. You do it because I was being shitty to younger kids, so it made sense. Also, good night, Fluffles.
Good night, Fluffles.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have moments where we look back as kids and we realize, yeah, no, I was genuinely being a shit. I kind of had what I got coming.
Also, if you're spanking your child and your child is still being a little shit, spanking's not gonna fix the problem.
No, like there have been
do not hit harder.
There have been studies even predating Pavlov that basically confirm that negative reinforcement does not give you as good of long-term results as positive reinforcement.
Mm-hmm. Like, to better clarify, don't do it to the point that it actually causes your child harm, for God's sake. Yeah, at that point, you're just spanking to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, you're just being a little shit who wants their own power fantasy over someone who can't fight back, and go fuck yourself.
I also know that grounding doesn't do shit because I was grounded as a child 99% of the time.
The one I remember is I shoved some much younger kid and took something from him, and then here comes Grandpa and tosses a stick at my feet.
Here comes the big stick! At that point, just become middle management. God. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi there. How are you? You name... It's what happens when sentence names occur.
Don't beat up little kids, just become a manager. Or become a PE coach. That way you can ruin them mentally instead of physically.
I mean, if you really want to have your kids get the correct reinforcement, treat their allowances like paychecks. If they don't do the job right, start cutting the pay.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because that will get some reinforcement. Because then it'll be like, oh, well, I fucked up and it was a little shit. I'm gonna get a pay cut.
I think my dad did something sort of like that, where whenever I did good on like SATs or like exams or something, he'd give me some extra pocket money. And I remember one of the first things I did in middle school when I scored particularly high on the test was I walked to this like local store near our place that's like a little fucking gas station, and I bought myself one of those big fucking fat bags of Rolos and my first ever Dr. Pepper.
Also, Fluffles, you said you were going to sleep.
Go to sleep. Ma'am, I will grab Kagura's grandpa's beat stick if that helps you go to sleep at night. It's probably become a legendary weapon at this point because it was his fucking default weapon in the prequel.
Now, Kagura, do what's currently still trending on Twitter. Well, you didn't do all the dishes, so I'm just gonna file a refund on your PayPal. There was a really, really shitty take on Twitter where an artist pretty much said, they paid the PayPal, that's their mistake. I don't have to do the art if I don't feel like it. And everybody was just like...
Everybody disliked that.
Oh, it was a fucking horrendous statement. Like, they lost followers. Hardcore. And I did reply to someone who was also participating in that trend, but participated it in a way that was saying, communicate with your commissioners. Like, if they pay for it, you are obligated to communicate with your commissioners whether or not you can do that art piece.
Yeah.
But I am too nice, and I let that shit slide a little too much. But I also no longer commission people that I can't have a fucking conversation with, because 90% of the time, the people who don't let their commissioners at least have a conversation with them aren't gonna be keen on being held liable for not doing a job.
Yeah, because it's like, that's a little early sign that they're not viewing you as a person, they're viewing you as a payday. Because, like, there's a lot of things that can subtly add up where you realize, oh, this person is just a high-functioning fucking sociopath who does not view me as anything more than an asset to their whims.
I mean, I could crack a joke about a certain something and where they're from, but that's still a shit move. Fuck it, they're British. So that kind of comes with the territory. I just alienated an entire audience that I could have had.
I mean, I was going to say we have a term for that here in America, but we called it manifest destiny.
Oh shit! I was gonna say redcoats, but all right. That works too. For the record, I don't think all British people are sociopathic, but it's a very common trend if you look at the Tories.
I think it's extremely funny that every fucking person who...
Oh no! I'm gonna get sent to court like a Chud YouTuber did for saying fucking Nazi rhetoric as a joke. Oh wait, he had that coming.
You're going to have to pay off your fucking jail time by bringing someone the head of Oliver Twist.
Oh, I honestly think it's funny that Count Dankula got a talk shit get hit moment with that.
Huh, did he really?
Yes. He actually got taken to court and he made a fucking fuss about it. And I'm just like, motherfucker. All right.
Hey, Final Fantasy 12 music. I fuck with this.
I was literally sitting there reading his little fucking meltdown on Twitter going, motherfucker, you were literally advocating for Nazi rhetoric and calling it a joke. You had that coming.
Also, don't remember you have all of the barrel extensions in this.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not quite at that point where I'm going to be
I know, but it's like, I appreciate having to do less work of moving around, grabbing ladders, if I can help it.
I mean, we will when we start using the
Yeah.
upper body stuff. I'm just making sure our, that might have been one that would have gotten us in trouble on Twitch.
Sounds like J-pop, and that's perfect for Queen Mecha. This is the Arrowhead Village theme from Final Fantasy 12, aka the place of Wookiees, except we made them bunny ladies.
No, the song that was playing before I changed it was one of the ones that you can't play on Data Rhythm on stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad we're on a VOD track, but
I appreciate that Theater Rhythm thing exists because it also helps set the guidelines for other applications of it. Not to mention, those it's like 18 or 19 songs out of a 500+ song game that you can't play. That's not bad.
That's a good listening.
And there's currently no over-under on...
it is a very dirty robot.
Very dirty boy that needs to be cleaned.
Dirty boy. Dirty boy. Also, what's up?
The new theme song for Do Your Best, Scorpion Chan.
I'd watch it. Scorpion Bot Chan. It's just full depression after Cloud beats the shit out of it.
I was thinking it'd be like fucking Cromartie High School, but instead of the little robot, it's this.
Instead of Mechazawa, it's just Scorpizawa.
Yep. God, every time I think of Cromartie High School, I think of the He Ate My Pencil bit, because the English direction of that is just so good.
Like, both translations of that series is insanely good. Like, I will genuinely...
Wait, does this mean that Airbuster would be the new transfer student?
Oh, you know?
Or no, Cogs already said that Guard Scorpion would be the transfer student, so that means Airbuster would be the upperclassman then.
That or Freddy. Which will forever be my favorite subtle reference in that show, which is the fact that it was just buff Freddie Mercury.
Japan fucking loves Queen, man. I can't blame them. Queen and David Bowie.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I think it's because you walked into the ladder.
You know, I kind of need it anyways.
Yeah, you're really reaching the point where you gotta like start cleaning the tops of these things.
Most of them are done. It's just not that one over there. Need to actually sit down and finish 12. I've gotten like a sizable way in. I just need to actually sit down and do it.
It's not a short game, especially if you go out of your way to do the hunts, because there's so many.
And you have to do the hunts to get certain things in the game.
Like actually encountering Gilgamesh, which means hearing that game's version of Battle on the Big Bridge.
And also a voiced version of him that became colloquial of him for Dissidia and onward.
Well, that's because it's John DiMaggio. What the fuck do you expect?
Right? It's so awesome.
Like, it's so fucking weird to have those
parts, boy!
It's so fucking weird to have those moments of just, like, playing a fucking localization of a Japanese property and you hear, like, all the usual voices you expect. Like, yeah, that's Laura Bailey. Yeah, that's Matt Mercer. Is that the fucking voice of Rigby from Regular Show? And then you look it up and it turns out, yes, that is. His name is William Salyers.
Or you get the random, like, why is Homer Simpson's voice doing a random role in a video game?
We received reports of gang activity in the Sector 5 Undercity, most likely Don Corneo's lackeys. I briefly considered deploying the Scorpion against him, but realized they are the definition of small fry. It would be a waste of company resources to eliminate them.
I really hope we have to clean his club.
Oh my god. I don't want to know what the white stains are in that one. A much more fitting target would be those eco-terrorists that go by the name Avalanche. Oh, so this might be before fucking the plot of FF7 then.
Maybe?
Because remember, this thing gets fucking trashed in the reactor.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to poke the bear, they had best be ready to deal with its claws.
God.
I believe it is canon that Heidegger used to be a soldier before he finally became one of Shinra's executives.
Oh yeah, isn't Heidegger that,
He's the fucking big dude in the heavy green coat.
Yeah, the dude that literally makes random cameos also in other Final Fantasy games.
Well, it's probably because he's one of the more prolific Shinra executives alongside Rufus, because he pretty much becomes his gopher after Rufus takes over.
I think he also makes a cameo in 8. Just as one of the Sea Generals.
He might. I remember in EverQuest 2, there was a random NPC voiced by the guy who voiced Zim from Invader Zim and Billy from Billy and Mandy. And he was doing the same voice. It was Richard Horvitz. I think that's who you're thinking of.
Richard Horvitz. A very, very talented voice actor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I love it when I get 2 in one sweep.
Let's see. Mother, because it's like, I'm for some reason I'm having a brain fart on her name, but it's like Sheena from Tales of Symphonia is voiced by the same person who would later go on to do fucking female Commander Shepard, which still kind of blows my mind to think about.
She's a good voice actress.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, she was also the voice of fucking Otacon's sister from MGS2.
I believe also, what's up, Richard? And I believe I already know the last level. And hold up. Actually, we can confirm that right now.
Do they show? Because I think you have to clear them in order as a...
Oh, never mind. Okay, so the last one is going to be secret.
All
because Seventh Heaven was shown in the Twitter account when they were talking about it.
Okay, so... And they said it's like 5 or 6 levels, right?
5 levels.
Interesting.
So we're on what, 3?
This is the 2nd. Seventh Heaven would be the 3rd.
Oh, fair enough. We're just power washing Genova.
Oh my Christ!
The whole time we just see Genova going la 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 la.
Just pulls out a fucking squeegee with one of its weird fleshy bits that you can't tell. Is it a tendril? Is it hair? No one knows. I bet she doesn't even know.
It's a fucking fleshy loofah.
The final level is the Sector 7. Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh, I need to focus on other things here. Oh, we got fucking Blitzball. Blitzball.
I can't believe they put a reference to the fucking
I'm-
jet shot in.
I'm actually a little upset we didn't get Blitzball this expansion. I don't think we're gonna get it because one, they're making a miracle out of a mistake, to be quite frank.
I mean, you have to remember, this is the same dev team that was so committed to actually getting it done. They put a slightly simplified version of Mahjong in the game, and it works.
Slightly simplified? No, it's a full rule set.
Is it slightly different from more traditional Mahjong rules? I thought someone said it was.
There's like some slights, but it's Richi Mahjong and not like traditional Mahjong.
Okay, so it's
Which
more
is a
like
do-
what people who like watched Akagi or Kaiji would be
Yes.
familiar with.
Like traditional Mahjong doesn't have Theory 10 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the Domino Mahjong is just Richi. It's I'm still forever wowed the fuck out that somebody told me that the acrylic tiles rules Mahjong thing it actually has its own rule set. Like it's an actual thing.
Oh, like the fucking thing that they do at the climax of the Akagi anime with the clear tiles?
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that version played in real life doesn't involve you betting people's limbs. As far as I know. Blitzball as a PvP mode could work, but it would require one hell of an... Yeah. Because I can't imagine it would be too fun playing against bots versus playing other people.
I mean, bots would be fine for training mode.
Yeah. It is genuinely the best way to play Richi online, really.
The only other alternatives for Richi right now is a gacha game that's its monetary practices are scummy.
And that's saying a lot considering it's already a gacha game, so it's predisposed to that.
Like, it's still a gacha game, but it's a gacha game dating sim.
Oh.
It is scum to the nth degree.
Oh my god.
The fact that Trongasm or Momoka just plays it, I really want to just be like to her, going, literally play anything else.
Just the fucking Kung Pao I strongly encourage you to reconsider.
Yeah.
Can only hope she has enough fucking wherewithal from playing Fate Grand Order from years to actually have a tolerance built up to just be like, nah, I'm not going to spend anything on this.
She absolutely has. She has one of the non-default players. Mm-hmm.
No wonder she named her cat Gotcha.
So for the record, this will probably be a couple of streams because I'm actually thoroughly enjoying seeing these models and actually cleaning them because they look gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably do the Tomb Raider one after this. So I actually kind of don't want to spoil the campaign.
And I can confirm, this is the model like scaled down slightly compared to how it is in the original game, even in just the PS4 version. Like the textures are a little more uniform than they are in that version.
I'm gonna be real with you. If they did this to scale, I don't think they would have any issues. Like, look at the fucking Helter Skelter in the campaign.
Yeah.
And no, that is not a spoiler in the campaign. The real spoiler I can't talk about. Because now that I know about it, I'm just like, okay, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that thing that you're still mad at me about, aren't you?
The fact that you told me that there's no lore.
Which
I
was
will
true at the
spoil that.
time. It was true at the time because the game was still in early access. Shut the fuck up. Like, the last mission I did was fucking The last mission you do for the mayor, and that was about where it ended when I initially played.
Oh, have you gone and played the other maps? The other maps are actually like
the other special maps.
Yeah, well, no, the continuing campaign after.
Yeah, I've beaten the campaign.
Jeff Jefferson's Manor.
I've beaten the campaign.
Okay. Like you could tell when they actually figured out how to use Unity when you get to the later end of the campaign.
Yeah, because they also did like dev blogs about talking about how they went back to earlier levels to change the color contrast so that way it was more satisfying to get clean. Don't mind all the green goo on the scorpion. Hojo dressed up like Caesar and sent a bunch of weird monsters to fight it, and while he ate figs and yelled about gladiators.
Oh no, that tickled me a little too hard.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that opens up a whole can of worms. Like, do you think this world had the same thing like we did with the whole fucking like fucking armchair rules about cinema, and in order to get around certain depictions of violence, there's like a plethora of westerns and gladiator films?
Oh my god. I hope not. I think we could do without reliving the spaghetti western.
It's still fucked up that apparently the origin of the name spaghetti western is because so many of those directors were of Italian descent. And I think the funniest takeaway from someone learning that was, it would be like if I looked at all the anime-inspired western cartoons and called them hamburger shonen.
Oh my god. Oh my... Or like how some fucking devs call Western Made JRPG. Western Made, and I'm using this loosely now because it's not okay to use it anymore.
No,
understandably
like,
so.
I imagine it's like an it depends, just personal, whatever you want to do personally at this point.
But, I'm actually going out of my way to not use the term JRPG because thinking about it, like a lot more. Shut up. Thinking about it a lot more, like specifically, it does feel kind of harmful. It's just. For the first time, a lot of us are having this happen, like after the fact that it's been normalized.
Not to mention, James Stephanie Sterling actually did a fairly fantastic, like 20+ minute video talking about this from their perspective of it, from having worked in the games press and having this very sobering realization that I would tell myself I didn't have time for these supposedly 80-hour games, despite sinking in excess of that into others, and realized, no, I just internalized all these broad claims about this genre I love so much, and just completely broke that open and started, and I'm going to use the term they did because it's fucking amazing. They started double fisting Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 8 on stream, like in their free time.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, genuinely, if you really think about it,
not to mention they're fucking. Sorry, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Not to mention they played the fuller version of the infamous Phil Fish clip, and oh my god, that's so hard to watch.
Oh yeah, you
like, it doesn't just cut off after he says they suck like so many others do. It uses the rest of the footage where it's hanging on the dude looking like his soul got fucking drained out.
Like, genuinely. Bill Fish was racist as fuck.
Him and John Blow.
Fucking John Blow can eat shit. I don't recall what he's done, but like, John Blow can kind of eat shit.
The only thing he is known for these days is being mad about Soulja Boy not getting Braid.
Oh, he's the guy who did Braid!
Yeah!
The dude who literally made parody Goombas made a reference to a game that he apparently hates.
Oh, that is so concerning from this angle.
It really is. Hold on, let me get the right angle for this. There we go.
Where's my fucking money?
Open your hands, fucker.
Oh, I never noticed it actually has the fucking Shinra logo on the side of the scanner on top. Holy shit. Well, I imagine I probably wouldn't have seen on this version of the model because I was too busy panicking and trying not to fucking die.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Shinra logo is a Power Wash Simulator added thing. because the devs do not like having empty space like that, which is why you see like a lot of the paint textures here be yes, we are absolutely listening to the battle theme while this is going on. We you can see it in like the paint textures. It's still like roughed up on purpose. Whereas I do distinctly recall seeing the Scorpion tank models like not be this roughed up on the seams. It is very much on purpose.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have to because of how much work they put into so many of the assets in Remake, though. Like, looking at how many unique assets are only used for brief moments, that is, like, the only game that I can fully understand being the file size that it is, out compared to, like, Call of Duty games.
Call of Duty has no excuse.
Jonathan Blow also worked on the Deus Ex game that we don't want to talk about.
Honestly, I think the only person who, at this point, can unironically talk about it is Ross Scott.
Oh yeah, he did do fucking videos on all the Deus Ex games that were released up to that point, didn't he?
Officially now. I believe he has also done the original Deus Ex, which makes it the complete saga.
Yeah, he did that first, then he did Invisible War, then he did Human Revolution after that. It still fucking weirds me out that he went on to do a video on Indigo Prophecy recently.
I am...
Because it's like... David Cage is so deeply ingrained into the Super Best Friends and has been even after they disbanded that seeing anyone else cover them gives me fucking whiplash.
I am trying my hardest to get that.
I think you want to go, like, up at this point. Let's see. Oh, no, maybe it's under then.
You see what I'm talking about?
The stuff in the claws? Oh, yeah, the stuff in the frame. Fuck. Try doing the rotate nozzle and, like, jump or something.
Actually made it worse. Yeah, got better with Human Revolution. Honestly, the fact that...
Speaking of figs, did you know figs have bits of wasp in them? Yeah, Hojo did the opposite, with wasp with a bit of fig in them. He was just taking big bites out of live wasps.
Fuck! Oh my god, that actually gave me the worst kind of shiver. Where I'm just like, oh.
Oh my god!
Oh, claw wrist. Didn't think I'd get that.
Oh my god, now I'm just imagining fucking Hojo in the full, like, Roman Emperor regalia with, like, the fucking wreath headband, just grabbing a giant fucking, like, a PS1, like, pixel fucking wasp and taking bites out of it like an apple.
Genetically engineered wasp figs. Or fig wasps.
Oh my god. Like, at this rate, Hojo would be the kind of person who invents Bachelor Chow.
Oh my god, the fact that you want to know that's something that's really fucking funny?
What?
Thanks to like the YouTube fucking economy bullshit, we actually unabashedly have a food product called Bachelor Chow.
Fucking what?
Yes. Factor, I believe, sells it.
Shut up. Shut up.
I shit you not.
Shut up.
It is literally just sloppy Joe meat on its own.
Are you fucking... Well, no, that would be what it is, but fucking hell.
Yeah.
This is where we're at right now.
Late stage capitalism. I
hate-
can't wait until endgame capitalism where we actually live through parts of idiocracy.
Uh...
Not the movie, the book. Because the movie had some very moments.
Oh boy, did it. Especially looking back with, like, who was it whose essay I saw on it? I want to say it was, like, Sarah Zed? Who talked about, like, a lot of ways where it's like, yeah, this sure is a circa 2004 sex comedy movie, huh?
Yeah, the book aged better than the movie, which says a lot.
It's like an inverse Starship Troopers.
Oh, boy. I say this as somebody who owns a copy of Starship Troopers novel. Fucking Robert Heinlein is a very unique individual, for sure.
Boy, is he.
Dude writes like a dude who's never wrote their first fanfic. Oh, wait.
What I think the biggest indictment is when someone who lived through who lived in Amsterdam during World War II and would have been there as a child looks at your book, can't stomach more than 30 minutes of it, and just goes, "Okay, fuck all of this."
So, for the record, I have never written a fanfic, so that was a dig at myself. I also don't cite Robert Heinlein as an inspiration for the record.
Because, like, one of the best pieces of advice I can give you, I don't know if I can actively say this on Twitch, actually, but because, first of all, it's a specific quote I will attribute to Alan Moore. I will say mute us just to be safe, and decide for yourself if this is something I should say on air or not.
Is it the one that I think it is?
It might be the one you're thinking it is.
All right, hold up. Oh no!
Okay, so that is officially not clear for Twitch.
No, it is not. I am not risking that. Let's just say Alan Moore. The quote involves Alan Moore suggesting against writing a very specific book.
A very specific kind of book or literature that is easier to fall into than people expect.
And we're not talking about a George Orwell book or a Ray Bradbury book either.
All I'm going to say is don't get too fixated on writing about your struggles.
That's a very good way of putting that. Did we get the whole gun?
No, there's still a little bit. See, there's the white bar.
Oh my god, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you shit.
Yeah, the Mark 98 cannon is absolutely a thing in Front Mission. Now that I'm actually seeing it up close and getting a good look at it.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing it up close, all right. Holy shit!
This is actually an actual arm part from Front Mission. Now that I'm seeing it, because I'm like, wait. This whole time I've been like, wait, is this?
I wouldn't be surprised if they made it resemble that even more in Remake, considering this model.
This is literally the arm from Front Mission Evolved. The Mark 98 is part of a bipedal built-in weapon Wanzer type that genuinely should not be used outside of the first opportunity you can swap it for. The moment you can swap it, do not use any gun preassembled Wanzers, because if your arm gets blown up, one, you lose that gun, and two, that's one less part for your opponent to have to pick from, which means that part's going to be picked a lot more quickly. And that's my advice for Front Mission. Because later in later parts of the game, you can actually have enemies that will target parts explicitly, and because your guns can be targeted, it's on the list of what they can target. So if you just break the gun, you still have an arm, which means you get still the punch. As opposed to, oh, my arm is the gun. Oops, the arm is gone. I don't even have the punch to go with it.
Oh boy, howdy.
Front Mission is an incredibly advanced tactics game.
It sure sounds like it. It's sort of like that feeling of what I see when people ask, hey, I want to get into the Super Robot Wars games. Where should I start? And they all start tugging their collars like that one Simpsons gif.
My response is just watch anime and then come back and just have your pick. I have been told by a number of people, if I ever wanted to get into Super Robot Wars, just watch your favorite anime and then come back and decide then. Because there are a number of Robot Wars games that kind of build upon each other.
Yeah, by the sound of it. Not to mention they have their own original arcs alongside having people from different established series.
Yeah, it's literally just Project X Zone, but with robots.
Well, Project X Zone came after, but same difference.
I think it's the same team.
I would be surprised, to be honest.
Which, I will never get over the fact that there's a line from Haseo in X Zone 2 where he sees a character from Phoenix Wright and says, Please PK me now.
Oh no, that's not a character from Phoenix, right? That's from fucking Resonance of Fate.
Oh, that's even worse!
It's specifically the character who is introduced to you by jumping off of the fucking structure.
Oh, that shows how well that game is actually enjoyed in Japan, because I recall that game not getting a lot of good reviews from Famitsu. Resonance of Fate, not X-Zone.
Because, like, everything that I hear about X-Zone is more about the character interactions and how brilliantly done they are, instead of anything to do with the actual gameplay.
Yeah, it's this weird Indivisible style fighting. Not to attribute Indivisible to being the first one to do it, but to attribute Lab Zero and not Mike Zymot, because fuck Mike. Everyone else that is involved in that game gets credit for that game, not Mike Z. But the playstyle of Project X Zone is extremely similar to Indivisible. And the only reason why I call it the Indivisible fighting game style is because Indivisible actually got it correct. It's the combo command input combat thing. Oh, sick! Are we gonna get it out here out west?
I can only hope so, any moment now.
Because Yoshida wants it out west, but it's not up to him. Because, you know, people keep forgetting that it's not up to, you know, the director of the game. It's up to the publisher whether or not it comes to the West.
No, but you don't understand. Miyamoto said that Mario games can't have any story ever, and that's why none of them have any story, even on the projects where he was barely involved in.
You mean Mario Galaxy?
No, I mean Paper Mario.
Oh.
Genuinely, he was barely involved with, like, the intelligent system era designed games. They just took what he fucking said about using established characters in, like, the laziest possible way.
God, this joint is the worst. And the casing is also... So, here's me complaining about a little bit here. I love the hell out of this map, but, like, this is intricate as fuck. Fortunately, it looks like it's gonna give me a grace clear once I hit a certain point.
You're like 3/4 of the way there, though. You're making very good time for how honestly detailed this thing is. Look at this shit.
Mm-hmm. But you're also seeing my cleaning process in this game, which I don't know if I'm giving you conniptions or not.
I don't know either.
You're just kind of existing right now from the sounds of it.
Yeah, I kind of am. Oh, this song of all songs, god damn it.
So you're probably wondering how I got here.
Monolith Soft did X-Zone. Like, it's so fucked up because this is actually like a very nice song in context, but it's been used so much to death and like joke shit on the internet over the years that it's hard to take it out of its context.
It really is, because like you want to hear the song start playing and then break into Third Eye Blind. You're probably wondering how I got here. As I have my one tone deaf singing moment. But then again, it's Third Eye Blind, and it's one of the thousands of one-hit wonder rock bands in the 90s.
Yep.
So I am
only
well
slightly
allowed to
less
fuck
than
it
it
up.
was in the 80s.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 80s was like...
One-hit wonders the era.
You didn't get full albums out of one-hit wonders there.
Remember, if Heidegger gets angry, just change uniform and he won't recognize you.
Oh my god.
Just
Good old
fucking
Final
throw
Fantasy-
a porn mag in the corner and hide behind a wall and he won't realize you're there after you wait for the alert level to clear.
Good old Final Fantasy VII having a Final Fantasy VI reference. Edgar stealing the uniforms and going, these guys are stupid.
I think it's so funny across all both of the retranslations. They still keep in the one fucking Star Wars reference if you free Celeste with the Imperial uniform on. Aren't you a little short to be an Imperial soldier? Huh? What? Oh, right, the uniform. Just beat for beat.
That's one of the very few Woolseyisms I will actively permit. Mind you, I'm not knocking Ted Woolsey.
Also, considering how popular Star Wars is worldwide, I don't think that was a Woolseyism.
I don't think it was 100% a Woolseyism. It was most definitely a Woolseyism, but not like 100% him. Thank you. Look at you. Look at you. General Electric Power Company, SEC. Sony Entertainment Company. Oh, what? That's actually why that's SEC.
A random tangent, just found out that Vin Diesel movie, The Pacifier, is called Der Babynator in German.
Der Babynator!
German is the least serious language there ever was.
Oh my god, Der Babynator!
I also found out that in France, apparently, they renamed the movie Cocaine Bear to Crazy Bear.
Crazy Bear's a little more applicable, though. That one's a DMCA. Okay. I gotta be very careful with that. With Final Fantasy X, that one has some DMCA
Yeah,
stuff.
like, I'm pretty sure anything with vocals from Final Fantasy X is going to be at risk of a DMCA.
Yep. I'm not gonna get a DMCA because it's a VOD track, but I don't want to risk it. Because you can still get live DMCA'd.
God.
It's...
I imagine it's rare, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. It's incredibly rare on Twitch. On YouTube, on the other hand, if we were streaming this on YouTube, we'd be fucked already.
I might hear Final Fantasy X too long. I want to play Final Fantasy.
Look,
Like,
Final
in
Fantasy
general.
X had an amazing soundtrack.
It really did, and it's like kind of surprising that like that was Uematsu when he was going out the door after working so hard on 9, because 9 soundtrack was like, holy fuck, man.
And then you got the last story where Uematsu actually almost quit the game. We need to stream that at some point. If I could find a way to emulate it.
That's on the Wii, right?
Yes.
That would
it
explain
is
why I never touched it then.
Mistwalker's second game.
Because, like, I never really owned a Nintendo console, so all the games I got to experience on GameCube were at a friend's house.
Sakaguchi almost ruined his friendship with Uematsu through that game.
Really?
Yup.
Holy shit, what happened?
The soundtrack was completed, and Sakaguchi said, okay, but, like, can you do something different?
Oh my god, that's like the Bizarro World version of what happened with Chrono Cross, where apparently Masato Kato went out of his way to get Yasunori Mitsuda back on the project, despite the fact he had officially left Square Enix by then, and both of them agreed to do the alternate world versions of certain songs because they agreed that would make it more interesting.
Yeah. Also, for the record, the Last Story's soundtrack is genuinely a Uematsu fucking magnum opus. It is one of the most unique sounds you'll ever hear from him. Go check it out. You'll sit there and go, what? He did this? When you hear it.
Unrelated, I hate how they refuse to remaster Blue Dragon or Lost Odyssey. Not only are they not remastering those games, but I believe that Lost Odyssey is actually being removed from Xbox back compatibility.
It's due to licensing.
Which kind of fucking blows.
Japan, I mean, if you can get it, and you can still get it in Japan, it's just, in America, you're shit out of luck, because, Microsoft is not very good at renewing licenses.
No, they're not. Or they're the worst possible about licenses they have no need to renew. That's why it took us like 10 years to get the bonus content for Tales of Vesperia.
But also Phantom Dust from getting remade. Oh wait, it didn't get remade. It just got ported and up-resed because they threw away the Gold Masters.
And then they ran a fucking trailer at a fucking award show like E3 or whatever for a Phantom Dust something, except that game had already been canceled by the time that trailer had aired.
Ooh, and that's why the artist of El Shaddai and SMT fucked off from Microsoft forever. And also why Kamiya was done with Microsoft too. Like, I don't hate 100% on Microsoft's games department, for the record. Their games department's not super bad. They're just very, still very young. compared to the other studios. So they don't know better.
I imagine Refit had you some feel-good tripe about his plans for the future, didn't he?
No? Maybe?
Oh, he sees the world through rose-colored glasses, but what he doesn't realize is those lenses are coated with the blood of our adversaries. After all, our company began as a weapons manufacturer. That is true, by the way. Shinra Electric Power Company initially began manufacturing weapons. One of the first things you see in the museum section of Remake in the Shinra building is, like, actual models of guns that they put out in the fucking marketplace.
We actually probably could have seen that in the map itself, but we'll check that out in free play, or you'll check it out on your own and
One of the two.
revisit it. Since now that we've officially streamed it, you can just be like, yeah, just go ape shit. That's my signal to say go ape shit. Because I know this has been killing you.
This has been, like, fantastic to see, because it's very clear whoever at Future Lab was working on this fucking adores this game as much as so many other people do in the world.
I think the whole studio did. We just got the rest of the head casing and the tail to go, right?
More or less. And the tail's got, like, a bunch of different parts to it. The whole fucking section that's extended there.
Me knowing the precise physics of jumping in this game.
You've learned to get very familiar with them when you want to, like, cleaning certain spots.
It's easier to clean when you're jumped on top of it and not having anything else in the way.
How do you think I tried to learn how to get a good time on the fucking gingerbread house?
The map sucks. I am not... There are very few house maps that I'm fond of in this game. They are not fun.
The few house maps that I'm fond of are the ones that are from, like, early in the campaign.
Yeah.
But then there's also ones that I just genuinely, like, the fucking really can't stand, like the treehouse. Oh my god, the treehouse.
Treehouse openly fucking sucks.
We got a better version of that idea of, like, a large scale map with the subway. The subway was fucking cool.
The subway was amazing. It was long as fuck, but it was also like
it was either the subway or it was the fucking old service tunnel. One of the two. Both of them were great, honestly.
Subway. There is still more than likely going to be another map coming that's not related to the special zones, by the way, if it hasn't already come and gone. There was one that they were teasing about having a crystal cave that you can power wash too.
Damn, son.
Yeah, they had a map for it. I don't think they ever released it though.
That sounds fantastical enough. They might make it a special map.
More than likely.
But some of the special maps are pretty cool. Like, I did the fucking golf course. That one was actually kind of nice.
The Mars rover, I already had that one spoiled for me.
That's like the first one they made. It's hard to really call that a spoiler.
Well, there's an Easter egg in there that you can do that plays into some stuff.
Messages from Hojo. Are you still cleaning off the goo? Are there any wasps left? Oh, God, that actually makes me wonder about the logistics of what if there's, like, fucking wasp nests in, like, old, underused fucking Shinra robots in this world where you can run into mutant wolves that are the size of people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there are the wolf enemies in the original game. They're fucking massive, especially the guard dogs.
Fucking Team Wolf 3 was not the same when they changed directors. I'm sorry, I had to. I can hear your brain just fizzle out at that joke. It's okay. They're making a TV show out of it now, too. Because, you know, a show about coping with, or a movie about coping with puberty totally needed a TV show.
Just smack a robot and suddenly see an ability that says bees, and bees fly out and attack whoever's hit it.
Literally the beehives from Valheim. If anything walks up and hits them, you'll just hear the beehive suddenly activate, and just hear, and then the beehive just go dormant again, especially in the middle of the night. It's so funny. Like, if you want good home defense, build a shit ton of beehives around your home in the game in Valheim.
Okay, so the ultimate weapon in Valheim is not any weapon that you can find, it is bees. So the best way to attain dominion over your plot of land is to just become fucking Dr. Bees.
Pretty much. Like, So in Valheim, I'm putting the controller down to flex my fingers because this game does take a little bit.
Busy myself with my pizza. So you go talk.
The bees in Valheim are particularly deadly on their own, not including the death mosquitoes, which is another also equally deadly enemy in the game, where you get too close to an active or to a beehive in the wild, and it inflicts a refreshing poison dot on you until you die, until you die or you get away from the beehive. And if you have the standard beehives and you accidentally hit your own beehive, the beehive does not care who is hitting it. It only cares that whatever is hitting it dies. If it wasn't for the fact that Valheim takes forever, I would say we should probably stream it at some point. But like getting prepped for the next bosses and shit takes way too fucking long. Oh. Why, hello. Are you clean? You're clean. Oh, no, you're not. I hate this.
The thing about the movement in this game keeps making me think that you can jump higher or slightly further if you like crouch jump.
I will permit this song to play, which is the airship music for 13.2.
When was the specific... you would know this better than me, because you play more PC games. When was the specific point where people just agreed crouch jumping was too much?
I want to say after Half-Life 1, because it just made the people were starting to design first-person shooters and obstacles around crouch jumping. Instead of just being like, yeah, crouch jump.
No, because Half-Life 2 had crouch jumping. There's just no points where they demand it, I think.
Inside Job got canceled. Meanwhile, Big Mouth Season 7, or got a Season 7, and a spinoff got a Season 2. There is no God. I agree. I don't know why Big Mouth exists. Anybody who thinks Big Mouth is funny, like, if you think Big Mouth is funny but don't understand British comedy, we need to have a talk.
Apparently the reason why Big Mouth still exists is because the major creative mind behind that, who they're attributing to or whatever the fuck, is like a millionaire.
So it's a Rob Dyrdek situation.
Exactly.
Oh.
Although the funniest thing I've heard is that Big Mouth is also like has some of the most humane fucking conditions for animators to work under, so it's like, I don't like it, but I'm going to permit it to exist.
Yeah, look, I mean, if they're not pushing the animators to crunch, I guess I can permit it, but like...
Yeah, because like there are people who have actually worked on that show who have been like, this is one of the few animation projects where I actually feel like I can routinely get a full night's sleep after working on it. And that's like, damn. Okay.
I mean, fucking pop off, but
like of all the projects you would expect that to hear that from, though.
Right?
I sure fuck. Yeah, it looks like most of it is on the fucking...
There we go.
It's either
it's down to the tail.
Yeah, it's down to the tail and whatever little bits you need to like spray into precisely.
Yeah, which I will get to when it starts getting too hard to see what's doable
I
and
keep
not
looking
doable.
at the fucking black and purple on your gun, and I keep thinking that you've got like a Spacer's Choice rifle or something.
I picked that skin for that exact reason. I have no other skin.
Fair enough.
I can get other skin now that I have other everything though.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that real quick, live on stream. Modifications. Oh. Wait. Yes? Yeah. Fuck it. I guess.
But what if it was purple?
That's literally what my brain went. It was like, but what if it was purple? You gonna look the other way?
Man, humanity gained another step closer to enlightenment when they stopped fussing over colors being girly.
We're fucking... Tennessee's still doing it.
Yeah, but that's Tennessee. They can fuck off.
The fact we're gonna get a little bit political on stream here for a moment here because I think one of the laws that got passed there is really fucking stupid and makes it really difficult to for people who may or may not have like come out of the closet on certain things. Makes their life hell because suddenly it's like, hey, yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, that's the fucking Genova boss theme. Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
I had to stop for a moment. I was like, wait, I recognize this theme.
Yeah, no, holy shit. Yeah.
But yeah,
also, isn't one of the states passed like an executive order by its like governor to become a trans asylum state?
I believe Michigan is doing it, which good on Michigan.
Because I heard something about that recently. I just don't remember which state it was, but whichever state that was, good.
I believe it's Michigan because I saw it too. But also like, fuck Tennessee because their laws go so their stupid marriage decision law goes so far as if you're not the same religion, you can veto a marriage. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious?
That reminds me of that one story about a person who saw Texas file a specific law trying to define marriage a certain way as like it has to be between a man and a woman and it has to be in a church, and it's like because he specifically did not get married in a church, he got married in a courthouse, he filed taxes as single, and he actually he cited that law as to why.
Ooh.
And when people tried to give him shit over it over the phone, apparently one of the specific phrases the person let slip was, "You know who that law is really for."
Mm-hmm. So wait, if you can't get if you can only get married in the state of Texas in a church, does that mean that the Church of Satan is still on the menu for that?
Oh, they never say which church.
Exactly. That's another thing that I actually brought up in a private Discord server about that law with Tennessee. How like that law can backfire so aggressively that you can say, "Oh, you're a Christian? Okay, quote the Quran." Because that is still technically part of Christianity. And you can bring into someone's, at least for Christianity, because it's such a hodgepodge of stolen culture. I will say it outright. No offense to anybody who's Catholic or Christian. Well, no offense to anybody who's Catholic, because y'all deal with enough bullshit as it is. With y'all's fucking, like, one good pope getting ran out.
Especially Irish Catholics.
Yeah, I can't hate on Irish Catholics that much, especially since they even tried to pass the identity protection law as well. And like the Irish Catholic Church was behind that.
Oh my god, my asshole clenched seeing you jiggle around on that.
I know, right? But yeah, no, fucking because Christianity is such a hodgepodge of cultures, I am gonna give them quite a bit of shit because they're what encapsulates the religion when it comes to Christianity is such a broad spectrum that you can literally pick any alternate language scripture of religion and go, oh, you're a Christian? Okay, quote this completely random fucking scripture.
Oh, you're a Christian? Quote the Semilarian.
Oh no!
Clock's ticking, motherfucker.
Oh, that's why I'm glad I'm agnostic. I will fucking...
Yeah, now you only have to quote the Hobbit books.
I will fucking take my goddamn self to the grave if somebody persecutes me for being agnostic. I am proudly agnostic. I don't knock people for having a religion. It's okay.
Instructions unclear quoting Chronicles of Narnia.
But you're gonna make Jack Schick upset. I think it's fucking funny that Jack Schick is like against Narnia, despite the entire story of Narnia being a Bible allegory.
Exactly. Like Aslan is just lying Jesus.
Like, a couple of people have told me that recently, and I'm just like, are you actually fucking serious right now? It is the funniest, pretty much useless trivia I now have. Pleases.
Oh, so you have to a boss theme. Oh, fuck yes. Okay.
It's not the Final Fantasy 14 one. Oh wait, it actually is, because in Until Death or Death Unto Dawn, it literally just links to this track.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, to be fair, why change perfection?
So in like the funniest shit ever is the fact that the latest Final Fantasy 14 soundtrack for Shadowbringers is the fact that it's literally like partial other soundtracks.
Yeah, because like the way they define being the soundtracks is they also include stuff from the patches leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you technically have some of the early to mid Stormblood tracks mixed in there before you get to the actual Shadowbringers music.
You also get a Realm Reborn LinkedIn track as well. So in my Final Fantasy 14 playlist of all the soundtracks, there's just arbitrarily the Prelude to Oblivion in there twice because of that.
Now, if you want to get a really accurate experience, you have to get that one track I forget the name of that they play as the hub theme in the Wolves Den that they also use for 50% of the in-game cutscenes.
It is absolutely in there.
All right, but is it in there like interspersed between every other song? You need to get it accurate.
I need Dangerous Words playing every 5 minutes right now.
Well, that's Dangerous Words. That shit slaps. I'm glad they're still using that track just on rare occasions.
It's fucking Scorpion Tail, man.
Oh, yeah, no. Also, shout out to whoever on the Power Wash Sim team had to look up the specific terms for the parts that you wash, because look at this. I would not look at the segmentation on that and think to call that a bellows.
Oh, yeah, it is technically a pneumatic tail, isn't it?
Yeah, because it has to move around and swing in order to, like, aim the laser. It's not a solitary object. Or it's not a static positional object.
It's not servos.
Yeah, because it's like the specific tubing in there is what allows it to like flex and move around.
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely give you a bit of extra leeway on some of these parts, because that shit cleaned like instantly.
Oh, yeah, no. The Tomb Raider engine, or the Tomb Raider engine update for this game, because they did an engine update with the Tomb Raider maps.
Okay.
That like they unabashedly adjust leeways for this exact DLC. I think they had this DLC or this particular update like in planning for a while.
They probably would have had to because of the way development and planning pipelines work. Because stuff doesn't just spring up overnight, it takes years. Like, apparently, according to some interviews, Final Fantasy 16 has been in the early planning stages since, like, Heavensward ended.
Mm-hmm. Everybody thought one of the concept arts for for 16 was going to be Heavensward, or more Heavensward content.
They considering the emphasis they're putting on some of the on some of the icons as they showed up as primals in 14 and ARR and Heavensward, I'm wondering if there's going to be some slight remixing of ideas from Heavensward in 16's plot. Even though 14 is the game that they're using specifically as being the Final Fantasy amusement park, and they're probably going to want 16 to be more identifiably its own thing. Understandably so, of course.
But it is going to be extremely nice to have an RPG in part developed by the battle designer for DMC5.
Oh yeah, no, not to mention they've got people from the Dragon's Dogma team on there too.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's like outside of some sort of catastrophe, which Yoshida himself even said, outside of a meteor landing on Japan, this game is going to proceed apace.
Turns out that he's actually a really good project manager. Who knew?
I still think about the one fucking quote where someone said, is there going to be a Final Fantasy XIV crossover material? I don't know. I would have to talk with the Final Fantasy XIV producer about that. And I don't know much about him, but I've heard good things about Mr. Naoki Yoshida.
The memes that came after it that he also retweeted of literally his head looking at a mirror and just the smug grin that he sometimes has.
Didn't someone do a version of that that's like that gave him like fucking shades and like a lei or something?
Yeah.
Breaking news: man in long black coat with long white hair spotted in Japan recently.
What the fuck?
In regards to the meteor dropping comment.
Oh. It's like the white hair.
No, it's fine. You got it. You got some cat-like
There we go. Okay, I was waiting for that to happen. I saw the jitter.
Cat-like tread.
I saw the jitter and I was like, is it gonna happen?
Oh yeah, I see kind of what you mean about the wear on like some of the spokes.
Yeah.
Or would those be? Yeah, those would be spokes.
Here, you can see it much better, like from right here. This is in 1080p right now, so you can see it. Like this is not
Oh,
FSR.
the little segmentation on the top with like the frame and stuff is so good. Though.
You could see the maintenance wear, because that only happens when that paint only gets chipped like that when there's maintenance on the parts.
God, the number of engineers you would have to hire to make sure this whole thing is working properly.
Oh, honestly, not as many as you think. A lot of, at least in terms of like mechanical shit like this, a lot of it's done with the computer. And if Final Fantasy VII is the sci-fi fantasy that it probably is, more than likely they do diagnostics primarily through Magitech and fucking computers and shit.
Well, not Magitech, no, computers most likely. Because in Remake particularly, they do also point out that they have, like, stylized equivalents of fucking smartphones, and that's what Heidegger uses to remotely send signals to this thing to send battle parameters and shit.
The fact they openly opt to not hand wave that. Like, like, as much as I love Type 0, they really shouldn't have hand waved 90% of the things that like would have been neat little details, or just fuck it, product placement. I don't give a fuck.
But like the funniest part is that unlike Noctis's phone, it's not even recognizably a real life smartphone. It's like very clearly got like the heavy metal outline to go with the like sort of big diesel technology aesthetics that most tech in this game does.
Oh, you say that, but like, there's a phone that I guarantee you looks exactly like it that they probably.
I'm gonna see if I can find a fucking image of that and like send it to you.
It's probably a Caterpillar or a FLIR phone. More than likely a FLIR phone, because FLIR phones are currently pretty popular in like industrial, because they have thermal cameras on them now.
And I say that, but then I remember, oh yeah, Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children had like a phone tie-in thing,
Sony
so
Xperia.
of course there's a precedent for that now.
There's an Xperia phone in Advent Children. There's also the Noctis's phone being also in Xperia, but a different generation of that phone. Which, I think it's funny that like so many people are like, oh, it's an iPhone, and I'm like, do you honestly think Sony would let an Apple product exist on their platform?
They barely even tolerated fucking Epic Games Store at Fortnite existing on their platform.
Oh my god. The fact that there was a fucking Final Fantasy collab in Fortnite.
Wait, was there?
I think there was.
I don't think there's been yet. I know they're up to Attack on Titan now.
Oh, so they added Nazis a second time.
Yep.
I'm sorry. After I saw that panel and actually saw the full context, there was no additional context needed for that panel.
I still think about the one fucking moment of Pat going, I don't see how anyone could look at this and see that it's fucking promoting genocide. And then like 3 weeks later, he goes back and he goes, wow, that tweet aged like dog shit.
Yup. Oh, just I should have seen it.
I don't know what's worse, that or the fact that the final season of the anime is now using Homestuck numbering.
Oh yeah, the fact that they're doing
final season part 2, Act 3.
Yep, the fact no, not even a Homestuck numbering. It's literally going to be the Kingdom Hearts numbering, because there's the Act 3 is not going to be the final part. They keep procrastinating it with filler arcs.
Yep. Heidegger is just looking at the robot and going, make sure to use the flea and tick shampoo. Oh, you're at 99%.
Yeah,
oh
there's
God.
Little
alcove here.
Yeah, there's little tiny bits. This happens every time I play this game. Where
Yeah.
there's like,
I'm just so glad they added this feature to highlight it. The only thing I wish they could do is change what color the stuff highlights to. Like if you could manually choose that.
It used to be when you get to a certain point, it would automatically turn on. But they took it out at some point for some reason.
Might have been people found it too distracting, or they didn't realize what it was.
I don't know. It makes it a lot easier to not fuck it up. It's also been our loudest stream in a while.
Yeah, you went from dead to the world to having the time of your life, and I'm super
still
glad for
fucking dead to the world. What are you talking about?
True. Oh, I forgot about fucking aim mode. That's more for PC, I think.
It works on controllers. It just doesn't work very well.
Yeah, because like the degree of control you have with a controller, aim mode doesn't feel as necessary.
I think is it the up button? Oh, I have to actually be aiming. Not what I intended to clean, but thank you.
Hey, we take those. Still can't believe in like 5 days, Azure's gonna come out and the whole fucking crossbell duology is finally gonna be localized after like 10 years.
Not only the crossbell duology, but people can shut the fuck up about Trails of Cold Steel 3 having plot holes.
Apparently there was a whole like translator blog, because XE tends to do those, and Brittany Avery, who is a lead on that, actually had a thing where she talked about I don't know what it is because I avoided spoilers, but apparently there is a moment in Cold Steel 2 that directly intersects with elements of the crossbell duology, specifically Azure, and she's just got this whole run-on sentence with no periods that's like, oh great, and now we have to touch on content from the game that we've been fighting with Falcom to try and get localized. Why is this a thing?
You do know why it wasn't getting localized, right?
The byline that I heard is that apparently the amount of work that it would take to get it localized would cause a whole different console generation to go by, so it would lead to a bunch of, like, wasted resources.
Nope. So what actually was going on that not a lot of people are necessarily aware of, and understandably so, it's like, you're not always thinking about this sort of thing. But, okay, I'm going to do the technically cheat way. But there was another version of the game that was being produced at the time that if they localized it for the US and made any particular changes, they would have to make the changes in Evolution as well. And then again, which delayed it even further, in Kai, which is yet another reboot of the first 6 games. Which is why Azure and Zero took so long to come out, was because there were contract obligations that were being made with other companies that at the moment were not in Japan.
And part of the reason why Zero and Azure even got to come out as expediently as they did, like, both localizations have come out within months of each other. The official release of Zero came out in September, and Azure's going to be coming out this coming Tuesday.
I'd love it when that happens.
Yeah.
Just done.
But apparently part of the reason why is because of a fan translation group called the Geofront managed to not only finish it, but went back and patched their localizations to better match up with terminology used in later Cold Steel games. And NIS America was so taken aback by the quality, they just basically paid them to license that script to use officially.
Which is rare, because NIS normally doesn't fucking license shit.
Not only did they do that, they also went back and added a different chess message from what was in the release version that was an in memoriam to one of the project leads, Scott Tierna, because he passed away of illness at some point.
Another big thing is eventually we may get Evolution and Kai, or Trails in the Sky and Crossbell.
Yeah,
because Evolution and Kai bridge the gaps better for Cold Steel.
Because they went and they added stuff retroactively to be more simpatico with that. Like, I believe the version of Azure we're getting has some of the stuff from Evolution, but not all of it, because, like, Zero doesn't have the side quests that were in Evolution, but it does have the extra voice acting.
It has the rebalanced minigames.
Holy shit!
I know, and we're not gonna finish this one on stream.
No, we're not! Oh my god! Tifa, what the hell happened here, girl?
I'm pretty sure that's...
That's Barrett's assault rifle.
As we listen to fucking, Cruise Chaser.
Mr. Wallace, you need to do better maintenance on your shit. Oh god, that's the fucking... I always think about how, of all things, they hide the fucking Avalanche base behind a fucking pinball machine. Pizza.
So upsetting to see the bar looking like this.
Yeah, it sure is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But it's not the cool one.
Clean it off and we'll see.
I know it's not the fanciest, but it's home to us and our regulars. A place for people to get homemade food and escape the daily grind, as many bars in Japan continue to be to this day.
Yep.
Also, what I think happened here... Actually, I don't know.
I don't know. Something fell from the fucking plate while they're doing construction and it spread soot everywhere for all we know.
It's not the cool one.
Hold on. Clean it off a little more so I can see the details. Use one of the more condensed pressures.
Oh, no, there's the anomalies. You see it, Jetter?
No, yeah, that's definitely the remake one, because
yeah,
the remake version is the one that has the little extra grooves by the materia slots.
Okay, so this is definitely part of the cool one. Because I believe this one goes into the Advent Children 7-parter.
No, the
sword.
Advent Children sword is a completely different sword. It's the fusion sword.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Does it not go into?
No.
Fair enough.
It is a completely different sword from the Buster sword.
Oh, I was hoping it would say materia.
It's so wild for like there to be fucking years of people positing that those were materia slots, and then remake comes out and just casually confirms, yeah, those were materia slots all this time.
Good job, everybody. See, look, see the anomaly?
Ooh.
It's an engine issue.
It doesn't go clean through. It's still technically considered a collision point.
Yeah. Ooh, that is bright as fuck.
Yeah, because, like, what is there to clean? Everything.
I am thoroughly impressed we got this, but then again...
Well, remember, apparently Nomura was so into the idea of doing this DLC, he said that if it were plausible for both sides, he would have allowed you to clean the entire exterior of the Shinra building.
Oh...
The moment I saw that he said that, I was like, okay, everyone shut the fuck up. No one can say anything bad about Tetsuya Nomura ever again.
No, I really can't. Because, like, as much as it sounds like I'm dreading it, it actually sounds kind of fun.
Like, you want to talk about fucking marathon... Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't model the outside.
Was that disclosed pretty early on?
No, I don't remember if that was mentioned anywhere, but I could imagine, like, if they're using remake assets, holy shit, that would chug, because the Sector 7 slums in proper FF7 remake are not small. They're like an entire chapter and a half of the game.
Mm-hmm. Pizza.
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 I'm gonna eat more of mine. I keep slacking on that because I keep wanting to talk because I'm nerding the fuck out over this. It's Final Fantasy VII. My fucking childhood, man. Wow.
Gonna be a
bomb. Holy shit.
Volcano bombs. When we get pinball in 14? I want pinball in 14. Just so we can get a Disco Elysium joke from the players.
I'm still upset, by the way, that they call the fucking basketball minigame in the Golden Saucer Monster Toss and not Bombsketball.
Oh, missed opportunity.
Exactly.
I am upset retroactively. Ooh. I hope we get a text message from Barrett when we clean his gun.
Oh my god.
We just get a censored fucking thing.
That or it's like the fucking that or it's like one of those other past ones in the campaign mode where like Marlene momentarily takes Tifa's phone and starts sending us messages from her account. She's like 5 years old. She probably knows how to spell.
Wouldn't be the first time somebody's taken over a phone in this game, isn't it?
No, exactly not.
Yeah, that is just full on.
Yeah, that's his like initial default weapon, and it's definitely the remake version because it looks more like it's meant to be like a big prosthetic that hooks up to his arm.
It's fucking Skies of Arcadia ass gun.
You know
yes,
what?
I upset you so much by saying that. I'm sure.
No, because I never played Skies of Arcadia.
Oh, there's a Barrett clone in Skies of Arcadia.
I'm not surprised, considering. The one thing about Barrett that actually took me a while to notice until I saw people mention it is, in the original version, if you look closely at his walk cycle, it's a little hard to tell because of the, like, early PS1 fucking animations. He actually has a slight limp, because you find out in his backstory he got his prosthetic arm up from an accident that involved falling off a big-ass cliff.
Oof.
And if you look closely at Dine, who was his friend who was with him at the time, he has a very similar, far more exaggerated limp. They weren't able to do that in Remake because having someone not only imply a prosthetic arm, but also imply a limp would probably be very difficult to capture in mocap.
Maybe? I don't think it's ever been something that they've tried, that's the thing.
Well, it's also probably more difficult to imply in a believable way if you're giving the instructions to an actor who's probably never had a bad leg so much that they've walked with a limp before.
I mean, they could just hire somebody that actually...
Oh yeah, I remember. It's the whole thing with Ryuji where they weren't able to properly animate him walking with a limp. So they changed the way his walking animation sounds work slightly to imply that he's putting less pressure on one of his legs. I think that's also why he has a knee brace in his Phantom Thief outfit.
We're going from crusty to very vibrant.
That's Power Wash Sim in a nutshell. I think they say that's deliberate, so that way it's more satisfying when you clean stuff. Which, I can't blame them. Soft drinks, Spiker, Soda, Star, coffee drink, milk, coconut, snack, enjoy.
SNAK, enjoy.
Oh, you can definitely tell that's just an asset that fell space.
you know the devs put this in here.
Oh, this is giving me the same vibes as the fucking Minmo poster in Silent Hill 3.
Do your best, Minmo.
Grow big and strong.
Oh, there's a little...
It's also because one of his legs is literally a bit shorter than the other because that shit can happen when they fix a break. Oh, yeah, that's right, because they imply Kamoshida really fucked him up. God, one of the funniest things is seeing people say shit about, like, Persona 5 and the Outer Worlds. Like, man, I can't believe they made these villains so cartoonish and unbelievable when you get down to their base components. No one is like that in real life.
And then we have Twitter.
And then we have Elon Musk shit-talking a disabled person in real life and actively breaching contract like 5 times over.
Not only breaching contract, but, like, giving evidence to a clear-cut discrimination case that was still pending, by the way.
Not to mention both Persona 5 and the Outer Worlds, to varying degrees and with varying applications, have send-ups to Pulp Fiction, where they are really the most unsubtle about their antagonists you could ever be, and then some. Like fucking Doc Savage and shit, you know?
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Dissidia has an awesome soundtrack.
Like, some of it is okay. I don't like how they approached remixing particular songs. Like, almost all of the Final Fantasy IX remixes are so dissonant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of the tracks in 9, now, especially now that I have context for it, would be really hard to have a high-paced combat feel to.
They really would, except maybe the battle theme. Because the battle theme's already pretty high energy, like, happy-go-lucky sort of sounding. Meanwhile, don't be afraid, the boss theme from 8 gets 2 remixes for some reason.
One for Ultimisia, I believe. Like one for Squall and one for Ultimisia.
I thought it was one for Squall, one for Laguna.
Oh right! No, I forgot because
Yeah, because they added him in Duodecim.
Yeah, the better version of the two, where they actually found a way to make no character the meta, which upset a lot of fucking tier listers at the time. That will forever be my favorite, like, upset green text 4chan post, is somebody complaining about Duodecim and everyone going, okay?
Like of all the games that you are going to get upset about, the only one that would be even sadder is getting upset about tier lists in a Dragon Ball game.
You know it's going to happen now that we have another Budokai coming.
It is absolutely going to happen because
Budokai
doesn't exist to be a balanced game. It exists to be a Dragon Ball simulator.
It really does, and I think it's funny that like so many people are already calling for it to be an EVO, and everyone involved in EVO is just like, God no! It would literally just be Goku versus Goku versus Goku versus Goku.
Wait, don't already have that in Fighter Z?
No, because I believe one of the top tier players is Orochi main.
Fair enough. I was just thinking more of the fact that we're still dealing with the fucking tail end of Lab Coat 21 supremacy. Which you're not gonna... I am the last person to complain about that. My girl fucking represent, I tell you what.
There we go.
Sink clean. You'd think you could just run the tap and get the same results, but eh.
You'd be surprised, depending on if it's a metal sink or not.
God, at this point, you could just turn around from this corner and just swing the Trident application around and you would still be cleaning something. Like, look at that. This place is fucked, man.
Oh, that is actually... Did I actually clean something?
Yes. You finished cleaning something doing that.
Oh, that's funny.
I think you cleaned one of the windows or something.
Probably.
I know they specifically don't do music, so you can put on your own, but it would be cool if you finished cleaning the jukebox
And it just plays
like...
the fucking opening theme.
Or it plays like Tifa's theme, because that's what I believe plays normally in here anyway.
Oh, I need to actually do this. There we go. But where's the cowboy hat that she wore?
She probably dropped it in a puddle of her own blood like 5 years ago, man.
That will forever be the most amusing, never acknowledged again things in this fucking game, in Final Fantasy VII at large.
She just happened to wear a cowboy hat when she was like fucking 17, because why not?
The director literally shouting in the back, going, "How are we gonna represent her when she's younger? I don't know. Put a fucking cowboy hat on her."
Not only a cowboy hat, but a proper cowgirl vest, and the only thing she doesn't have is spurs.
And it's literally just the model, but with the cowboy hat. That's the only difference, and the vest. But it's still just funny as fuck that like that's the acknowledgement. It's like they use the same model, but they added a couple things to it.
They might have changed a couple things in Crisis Core or the remake when they get to that point, but
yeah,
I don't know.
No, it's obviously different in Crisis Core, but in like the original PS1, the only difference is literally just a cowboy hat.
Because it's like they were still learning the fucking technology. What else were they going to do? Scale the model down by a few pixels?
I mean, they could have, but
no,
like,
they could have. That would have been a logical thing. That's just not what they chose to do.
Like, it's a PS1. What little would have mattered beyond the extra Z fighting you would get?
God, mentioning the PS1 and Z fighting, that just makes me imagine the one infamous Final Fantasy 8-bit. You're the most handsome guy around here, and his face is smushed to shit.
It's even funnier when you see the PC remakes of it, or the PC port of it, of that particular version, where the Z fighting is even more aggressive.
Oh.
Yes. I have a little bit.
A little bit.
I'll be but the streams are going to be wrapping up here.
I've been too busy running my mouth because I'm geeking out over this shit.
It is good. Okay.
Alright. I'm going to try and not be so loud. But I think it's so funny when they were talking about the rebuilt version of FF8 that they released back in like 2019. And one of the people responsible for like the new assets they used basically said, I wanted to go out of my way to make Squall extra handsome so I could save him from his unfortunate fate.
Oh, that's so good. Also, we're definitely going to be streaming Power Watch a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
mind.
what's up, Foxconn?
Hey.
Just saw you there. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Welcome, welcome.
Oh my god. Because, like, I still got some issues with FF8, but that remaster is genuinely, like, I think that's about the best they could do when they were working with incomplete source code. Because there's some models they couldn't change, because they were sprited
For
in, they
8
weren't proper
or
models.
7?
But, like...
Was it for 8 or 7?
8.
8 technically had 2 sources.
Right.
There was an IDOS port way back in the day that the original PC, the first PC port was based on. Because IDOS handled the PC port using the masters from the PS1 version, and then the masters were destroyed. Not the IDOS version, but because that's what all future Final Fantasy VIII versions is based off of, is the IDOS port, which is actually a pretty good port, by the way.
Yeah,
It's just, it runs like shit.
the only actual complaint I can think of about the PC ports is because of the soundscape technology for a lot of PCs at the time, the music got very downgraded.
Yeah. If you play it on the modern, if you play that exact version on the modern PC, it actually sounds fine.
But it's like night comparing the PC version of the battle themes to the PS1 version that most people would think of, most normal people. It's night and fucking day. Oh my god.
And then the remasters happened. Which, to this day, I have not played the remaster and I really want to.
The more recent remaster of FF8, I would say, is definitely not a bad option. There's some minor things there, but it's clearly stuff like there was literally nothing they could have done without really digging into the code, and they might not have had all the assets.
It was probably still parts of it was still would have loved to punch those goons right in their dumb faces. Probably wouldn't have even needed any materia. Yup.
I mean, considering we're talking about the woman who can basically punch out fucking robots.
Oh, are we actually getting materia and Mako lore?
They're probably just going to give us like the basic nitty gritty they tell you even in the original.
No, that's fair. That's still nice. Speaking of which, do you know about materia and Mako? Or Mako, right? Mako's the lifeblood of our planet and every living thing on it.
It's interesting how in the original version of the game it seemed like they treated that info as something not every person knew, but in Remake it seems to be common knowledge.
The ancients thankfully learned how to crystallize it, and that's what we call materia.
Same thing with the fucking Cetra. They were considered way more of a niche thing to know about in the original, but in the remake they're actually considered, no, this is a culture that there would be history books on. And there actually are allusions to there being history books on them.
So in Final Fantasy XIV we have Mako, right? No, 14's
Livestream is completely different.
not only that, but you're telling me the materia is special Earth candy? Yes. But yeah, no. I believe there actually is a lore explanation for materia in 14. And it's literally just crystallized aether.
Yeah, it's like it crystallizes through spirit bonds of using weapons for a long period of time, because I believe there's a precedent in like Japanese culture for like weapons becoming used for a long period of time, and they become imbued with mystical power from that. That's why the best weapons in Octopath Traveler are called the battle-tested weapons.
But also, you get a significantly better explanation than the game gives you if you just talk to Munimix Bubbly Pots.
Yeah, because his whole thing is he is the materia person.
Yep. Also like saying his name.
Goblins have fun names because they derive them from German grammar.
Munimix Bubbly Pots. All thoughts, no thanks. But yeah, we are definitely going to be wrapping up here in a bit. I'm going to wrap up or do this section of the wall, and I'm going to take.
Well, let's play some fucking darts though. Let's see if we can beat Wedge's high score.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it again. I did it a third time.
You got a hat trick. That's going to get you some extra CP so you can unlock a passive ability that lets you hire more people at the cabaret. Wait. No, I'm thinking of the wrong game.
Wait, was this theme actually in Shadowbringers? I thought this was Stormblood. No, it was, because that was
Yeah, that's like what I said earlier. They sometimes package
Emerald
previous
weapons.
Yeah. Oh god, and there's like shit behind it too, so it looks like a shadow.
I know better on this game. I am intimately familiar with how this game handles shadows. Because when you have it on lower resolution, it becomes very clear what's shadows and what's not.
Yeah. Probably pick that up so you can clean through it better. No, you know what? That's fine too.
Very childish when it comes to that. Where I am more than happy to make little fucking outlines of things.
It's a ladder for the shadow people to climb up so they can get out easier.
Oh, I am glad my brain is automatically wired to take the high ground when it comes to that sort of thing.
What low ground would there be to take? You know what? If you're giving me that sort of head nod, maybe I don't want to know.
Just yeah, leave it at that. There is very much a low ground. John Power Wash Simulator's Power Washer is glued to his hands. Yep. Yeah, no, there's most definitely a low ground to take, and again, thankfully my brain is not wired to take that immediately. It does think about it, and the first thoughts that comes to my head is no. Shadow puppets is the thing my brain first snapped to.
Barrett, it's Tifa. Yet another cleaner found our secret base while cleaning the pinball machine. Yep. Yeah, all the way down the elevator. Yeah, because remember, it's the fucking... Their secret base is hidden behind, like, slapping the pinball machine.
We haven't done it yet. I'm gonna laugh if this cracks open. Like, we just finished the pinball
If we don't
machine.
see that there's 100% after cleaning this, I know what the extra percentage is coming from.
Gonna be right back here.
Oh my god, because I don't remember if they actually show you it too clearly in Remake, because if that's
it's this one. It's this pinball machine.
Yeah, because you can sort of see, like, the little segmentation under it, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Just look.
Yeah.
Well, not the floor, but
In the
look
wall.
at where it's conveniented.
But it used to be like you could definitely see the seams where it was meant to go down in the PS1 version, because that's how background geometry worked with pre-rendered backgrounds.
Yep. Also, John Power Wash. I never thought I'd hear somebody finally bring that one up. Not that I'm disappointed. I'm actually quite happy. Gold time pinball. We got Ruby Weapons theme, which is the Scions and Sinners remix of Witness Ultima.
You thought you were getting a Final Fantasy VIII reference, Final Fantasy VII reference. Too bad you're getting Evangelion references now.
Oh god. I was happy to get that. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I'm not complaining. Why the fuck would I?
That whole thing was like the 1.0 lore run.
I'm so
run
happy
back.
that I got to see like some of Kagura's like reactions to that one, because they basically confirmed, yeah, no, whoever wrote this questline totally is a big mark for mecha anime.
Well, not only that, but like genuinely, whoever wrote it wanted to retread the 1.0 lore.
Oh yeah, because otherwise it was locked behind Binding Coil.
No, you don't even hear about it in Binding Coil either.
Well, that's where you get like a little bit of over/under on nail, don't you?
You just find out that nail isn't the nail you see in 1.0 isn't the actual nail. It's like
Yeah,
a different
because it's
person.
like the nail that serves as the White Raven throughout 1.0 that you meet is not the actual Nail Van Darnus as people around them would know.
Yeah, it is a totally different person.
And part of the reason why is because there was miscommunication over Nail's gender between the English and Japanese client versions, so they had to come up with a lore explanation for it.
I believe the actual lore explanation that ended up happening was one of the fights you actually kill the real nail, and the fake nail takes over.
I don't know if that's exactly the case. I thought it was just they wanted to use gender-neutral pronouns to make it more of a surprise when Nail Van Darnus is a woman. But it's harder to write the text gender-neutral in English, so they just defaulted to he most of the time.
I mean, Japan doesn't really have pronouns. They just have descriptors that sometimes apply.
They do have some gendered forms of address. It's just the language better supports gender-neutral forms of address.
Yeah.
From what little I understand from reading about localization stuff, at least.
It's like the old cartoons where, which background thing is going to move because it's drawn differently. Absolutely. That was PS1 games in a nutshell.
Exactly.
You knew what objects were going to be interacted with because they were rendered independently.
Like if you saw a corpse in a Resident Evil game and it was part of the pre-rendered background, that one wasn't going to be a zombie.
Wasn't going to be a Crimson Head. But the one that was... Except for when you get the games that deliberately fuck with you and pop in the post-rendered fucking corpse, or sneak a post-rendered corpse into the pre-render. I think it was Dino Crisis that does that, where you get like a dinosaur corpse, and then you get like it's very clearly a PS1 rendered Dino corpse, so you're not sure if it's part of the pre-render. But it was, until it wasn't. Okay. I know this would be the thing, wouldn't it? 'Cause look.
Yeah, because that's the rigging for the lift.
That's the actual.
It even
engine.
outright says in the fucking ticker up in the top elevator stuff.
Yep. Oh, hold up. Now that we're actually cleaning around it.
Yep.
There we go.
Just slap that shit.
Just a text message that we see between Tifa and Barrett. It just shows up on the side of the screen. They found it. What? Yep. Huh. So are we introducing them?
I mean, they got the money to hire Cloud. They got the money to hire a fucking cleaner.
Even though he's doing it for what, $150? 350 for the entirety of Seventh Heaven?
Well, we're
undercharging in this game.
I mean, 150 for cleaning the hideout versus 3,000 for helping bomb a power plant. Take your pick.
$350 to clean a hideout versus the $700 to clean a fucking boat a quarter of the size. I'm pretty sure the power wash person is undercharging like a motherfucker. John Power Wash is just living the isekai life in another world with my power wash.
Now there's an isekai I would actually be interested in watching.
It's just literally the protagonist walking around. There's just this like flat-chested.
Also, I think this is one of the songs we're not supposed to be playing because it's lyrics. There we go.
It just fucking this flat-chested elf child character walks up, and the power wash person is like,
just sprays her.
No.
Just sprays her in her fucking ET ass forehead and sends her flying.
It just not even just sends her on the ground. You just hear, and it's just the far pan scene of the power wash. You're just pointing, waiting for her to get up.
Yep.
Every time she'd flinch, she'd just go.
Because, like, there's way too many isekais that are, like, jokes that are only funny for 2 minutes, or it's, like, fucking incel slavery simulator. We need more isekai that are just fucking mundane bullshit, where it's, like, I'm not actually trapped in another world, I can go back and forth at any time, but why would I not visit and just help the people figure out proper fucking cleaning methods for their potion shop or whatever?
Right. God, that would still be funny, though. Just the power wash dude just gone. No.
Like if instead of people are chasing trends, they actually have more fun with it, and instead of it being wish fulfillment, it's like a slice of life gimmick where it's just teaching a fucking cabal of demons how to play Dungeons and Dragons or whatever.
Ascendancy of a bookworm. That's literally what Ascendancy of a bookworm is.
Hmm.
I have like a couple of novels. I haven't read it yet because some people have been like, "Oh, it's like little girl doing cute things, trash," and I'm like, "Is it really?" It's not. It's literally Isekai lore, the light novel. Oh yeah, Handyman Saito in Another World. I've actually heard about that one as well. We're practically outlining that show's premise, where all he does is just repair shit.
Yeah. Because like I think what makes certain manga more fun, regardless of their genre, is when it gives someone an excuse to just have a framework to talk at the audience about something they're passionate about. Like Ippo is just because the dude who writes that loves boxing.
Hey Kagura, you want to feel your soul sap away? Reincarnated in another world as a vending machine, started off as a shitpost and turned into an unironic incel slave story. It was supposed to be a joke, and then the person found out that they could get money from it, and then it stopped being a joke, and then it just became another generic isekai.
That's fun. I bet it probably shares a time slot with Goblin Slayer.
No, it's having an anime made right now,
Mm-hmm.
so it hasn't yet been made.
Give it time.
Like, a lot of people are extremely confused why it's made, because a lot of people's perception of it is anti-isekai, and then you actually look at the synopsis, and it's like, no, it's literally just an isekai. Just like your typical fucking isekai.
That's fun.
But on the bright side, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get an anime for... In Another World, I can have any wife I want. I hope. I'm hoping anime studios have... Never mind, they fucking turned Dog Days into an animation. What am I kidding? Nope, we're not changing.
All I'm going to say is it's really telling how many isekai only have male protagonists. Imagine if we got one that actually had a female protagonist and it's some shit like she power bombs the fucking demon lord within the first 2 episodes and the rest of it is just her basically just sitting there helping people figure out how to fucking run their lives, goes back, does some stuff at school, comes back, and has to like teach a fucking dwarf how to cook a filet mignon or something.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This song's good.
Hold on, which song is playing right now?
Another World. Go now into the dusk and the dark. You know,
oh, yeah.
You will.
where it sounds like someone is trying to sing while doing an impression of their dog.
I unabashedly love the song. It's so good.
It is the epitome of butt rock. I love it.
It is like my favorite Final Fantasy X song. It has no reason to exist, and I believe it never plays until Anima.
No,
or
it plays
Anima.
during the first cutscene that's showing off Blitzball and making it look way cooler than it actually is to play, and it doesn't play again in the entire game until the first phase of the final boss.
Yep. Or no, I thought it was when you're fighting Anima.
No. Anima does not use Otherworld.
Oh, fuck.
I think you're mixing it up with people hoping Anima would have Otherworld as a boss theme in 14.
Maybe.
Fighting Anima. Oh no!
Oh no. The Naruto song that nobody wanted to hear.
That or Fighting Anima is a video game consumable invented and conceived by Professor Farnsworth. It's a suppository!
Just fighting dreamers, but it's just about enemas.
Wait, is that why they call it SP in some RPGs? It stands for suppository.
I probably just gave any Naruto fan in our chat.
Also,
right
I like
now
how you said, "I'm going to stop
psychic
when I clean this
damage.
section of wall," and now you're cleaning
Shut
multiple
up.
other sections of wall.
Shut up. No thanks.
SP solid poop.
Solid poop. It's got plenty of fiber. Just another another thing. Hold up. Let's clean the cash register real quick.
Yeah, why not?
Let's clean the cash register correctly. Yeah.
God, it's been years since I had to read fucking cursive.
Welcome there. Welcome there. This is the fucking keg. The old ass radio with the jukebox here. Actually, I'm pretty sure the whole point of this radio is not necessarily to listen to music, but more just to keep tabs on
The
soldier
news and goings on with
movement.
Shinra, yeah.
That motherfuckers need to clean y'all's goddamn trays. And motherfuckers never heard of cleaning your plates.
I'm pretty sure, given that earlier text, it's not their fault. Apparently, someone came in here and trashed the place. Probably Corneo's goons.
They did a damn good job.
They, boy, howdy, did they?
Ooh.
Oh my god. It's like looking at a fucking Splatoon map.
Is this radio gonna be okay when we're done?
I don't know. A little water never hurt
think it
anything.
is.
Maybe it's like those fucking Walkman earbuds where you would apparently buy them in a bottle of water to prove how
You
waterproof
saw
they
that
were.
too.
I did. In the moment I saw that, I was like, "There's something not right about this."
That is that was one of the most ballsy moves Sony could have ever done. But like the raw confidence of like what also came on the warranty is like if you got them and they were non-functional, full fucking refund.
Really?
Yep.
So they had utmost confidence that shit was waterproof.
Yep. And it's a good way to test it too.
I guess so, but god damn.
Yeah, no. The size of the cojones on the person who decided that was going to be a thing.
Yeah, on the fucking that is one of the few cases of like the 2000s edgy marketing that I can say was done tastefully.
Yeah, cuz like you want to fucking speak confidence in your shit? Fucking prove it. Look, I got to clean the table.
You eat off of that. Of course you got to clean it.
I want to be able to eat off this toilet. It's a table, sir. I don't give a fuck. Oh, is this bombing mission?
I can't really hear it over you spraying water.
I think it's a bombing mission. Because I heard the
Music's a little quiet on my end.
It's because it's coming from the speakers and not the headphones.
Fair enough.
If it comes from the headphones, the VODs are going to hear it, and I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, and now it switched to the worm's tail.
Not a good theme.
Yeah.
Really good final boss theme.
Yeah.
Used to crack jokes about how this song, which the joke aged like shit considering, was joking about Blue Mage and Dancer being included in the game because at the time, I know it aged like dog shit, didn't it?
Considering that Blue Mage came out towards the end of Stormblood, it aged like a dog turd in the sun.
Well, so I was so sick and fucking tired of people going on about Dancer being a healer class. Technically they were right, but the people who wanted Dancer, I heard of people who wanted Dancer in that FC was not happy that it was a DPS, just a DPS
yeah,
class.
because Dancer was like a healer class in 11, wasn't it? So that's what more people were wanting it for.
No, it really wasn't. people played it as a healer. It wasn't actually a healer.
Hmm.
It could be a healer, but that wasn't how it was supposed to be played.
And that's sort of why it's like a little nod to that. They have Curing Waltz when it finally came out in
Yeah, I mean,
14.
like it, like the joke and also my opinion of Dancer aged like dog shit pretty quickly when it actually came out, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. Because Dancer in 11, I think, was whips instead of chakrams, and I think the chakrams alternative was way fucking cooler.
Because they can technically double as like an allegory for dancing fans.
Exactly. But also, dancers with chakrams is a thing. But also, it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Is the tape done? Did it ding?
Bar's empty, so yeah, I think you cleaned the table fully.
Okay, well. This wall's done. With this fucking pearlescent sign. Tifa invested in the holographic film for this one.
Boy, howdy did she! They must have had a really good quarter. They must have had a really good quarter of the year to afford that one in the slums.
Right. Games. Oh Jesus. I hate it when this happens.
Yeah, that realization of, oh Christ, now I gotta clean the rafters.
The eye bar that almost never. Okay, this is probably why this is here.
That is most likely the case, yes.
Yep, it is precisely why it's here. Look. Boom.
Would you say this is being a test of your reflexes right about now?
Hold up. Let me prove it. Or let me affirm that.
Semi-auto power washer. Let's go.
I tense my arm when. Oh, there's a pipe there.
Yeah, I was like, did you trumpet the funnel? What the hell?
Where's the sweet spot? Where's the sweet spot? Hold up.
All right.
It's right here. Okay. Oh, okay. I did it too quick, and then it actually processed it hard.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
That is an awful lot of brown yet. Just the fucking reprise of Stormblood. And it coming back yet again in the Endwalker theme.
Leitmotif is a hell of a drug.
The whole song was one, all the way up to the 1.0 theme.
And fucking Heavensward wasn't. Dragon Song was all over that fucking X-Pack.
You know, like, Koji Fox was not letting Soken not do that.
I don't know.
He wrote the language, for God's sake. Wait, do you not know that about Koji Fox?
That he wrote the dragon language?
Not only that, but he's like an actual studied linguist.
Really?
Yeah, that's why the dragon language actually makes a lot of sense when you break it down to like a spoken manner, and why the phonetics and the lettering used is so intensely correct.
Yeah, because it's like, wasn't there something about how it takes cues from Mongolian or something?
Mongolian, Nordic, and another culture's language. I forgot what specifics it was, but it's in the documentary that you get for Collector's Edition Heavensward.
Yeah, and that's why there's like parts of Endwalker that's in particular, not going to say which ones because it is kind of spoilers, that do make use of the dragon language, and apparently people have been able to make sense of what those terms mean in English because of how much work has been put into giving it an internal logic.
But also the fact that everybody's still to this day trying to figure out whether or not we're going to get Mercidia or another place for our next expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been doing a very good job making it a very good guessing game, to the point that I feel like we're probably going to get both.
We might get both. They might try to do a better version of what they did in
Stormblood.
Yeah, and have you actually explore 2 different regions. But I also wouldn't be opposed to them just focusing on one.
I hope they focus on one and then do a part 2, or just give us like the one zone focused on It's not as kind and selfless as it paints itself. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go with the anti-corporate nonsense. I just want to be an apolitical working man.
The Mako energy they produce, it's made by draining the planet's lifeblood.
Yeah, so is oil.
Tifa just gets really quiet in the text. We just see like 3 texts of ellipses. Plus, the whole reason they provide it is to control the populace. Oh my god, conspiratorial and everything, huh?
I thought Final Fantasy VII was supposed to be one of the good old apolitical games of yore, like Metal Gear Solid.
If we allow them to keep harvesting it, we're assuring the planet's destruction, which, you know, doesn't actually come into play until Dirge of Cerberus. Someone has to do something about this, and Avalanche has decided that someone is us. Literally the motivating speech that I believe she gives Cloud, isn't it?
A little bit. I think it's actually a somewhat more passive language version of one of the speeches that Barrett gives, particularly in Remake.
Yeah.
Because I remember it because of the specific fucking amazing line where he's like, you're trying to tell me you don't hear the planet crying out in pain? And Cloud's just like, what, you do? Damn straight I do. Get help.
Oh, fucking hell.
Like, the one thing that I will absolutely never give Remake shit for is the way they approach writing the character dialogue, because, oh my god, it is brilliant. And it still has some of that goofiness of the original PS1 script, because there's a moment where everyone's celebrating their job well done after getting off the train, and Barrett, who's been the loudest of them, suddenly pipes up and goes, guys, keep your voices down.
Oh, that's so good. Y'all are just hooting and hollering.
I still
planet's dying, Cloud.
I still love that Partitio in Octopath Traveler 2, who is given a mild Texan accent. His unique skill in battle is literally called hootin' and hollerin'.
Oh my god. And yes, I did say that I would stop at the wall, but like, look how close we're being to
almost 50%.
Done. Then I look at the time we've been streaming. I'll do a little bit longer, but not too much longer.
And it sets in, folks.
This is literally why I haven't been able to complete Ryza 2, is because I'll go, yeah, a little bit longer, and it'll be like 11 in the morning. Or 11 at night.
Oh, what's that? I need to investigate this mine? Hold up, I just found out how to buy the next tier of ore so I can make the next tier of weapons.
Oh man, SteamWorld build is gonna literally be that. What's that? It's 11 p.m.? Okay, but what if I took like 15 more minutes investing in this particular segment? Pretty sure the floor is gonna be the one that gets me.
Oh god, you're actually using that fucking nozzle.
That's well enough. Don't hate.
I'm hating slightly.
Look, see, it's doing well.
Eh.
At least I'm not doing this.
You know what? Fair enough.
Even though.
Oh, that's the fucking original, like, old, like, FF4 version of this theme. Okay.
Yep, not the 3DS version of it, which was kind of okay.
Well, DS, not 3DS.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, DS. Look at me using the shampoo up. What's funny is you can actually speed run one of the levels by using the soap, even with.
I imagine, because there's like a decent number of ones where it's like there's a lot of rust, and soap is usually the quickest way to get rid of rust, just hands down.
Until you have the Prima Vista Pro. And then the Prima Vista Pro becomes faster to get rid of rust than soap is. Don't hate on soap. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Something you can't say to Smash players. What?
something that Yu-Gi-Oh player is apparently making official because they're literally barring people for smelling like ass.
Not only that, but there was a meetup for a Japanese voice actress that actually made it a requirement to shower immediately
That's
before
not wood,
visiting
by the way.
her.
That's
Oh, is
multi-purpose.
that multi-purpose? Okay, whoops. I was trying to get the wood stuff.
Yeah, because you only have so much per level. I don't want you wasting that shit.
Fucking, I'll waste this shit, and we ain't gonna use it.
That's fair.
It's use it or lose it in special levels, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, apparently that actually reminds me. There is actually an official ruling that transphobia is banned from official Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Fucking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's getting pretty late for you, man, but like have a good one.
Yeah, no, we're wrapping up anyways. We're past the 50% part because I went ape shit with the shampoo. I just want to get the floor. I just want to get the wall. Just quickly turns into, might as well just get the rest of the place.
Oh god, the fucking the dirt in the grooves of the furniture. Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally just getting the floor because like once it comes down to the furniture, it's gonna be like, all right, so what's my suffering tolerance right now?
That's where you roll your elbows up and you really gotta get to fucking work.
I'm just getting broad sweep stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that you can immediately see. Oh my god, the streaks of dirt like that makes it look like something else when you highlight it.
Oh.
Yep.
Food stains on a black light? What?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that kind of stains under black light. Why not?
What are they talking about? No one will ever know. Like 5 seconds on Google. What things glow in the black light will give you an answer. And probably the Google search results you'll never want to see ever again.
The first result is just a Wrigley Fumo.
She glows a little too bright today.
Try to take the high road on that one, you fucker.
Ah, she's a night bug.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why are you just saying you're trying to take the high road?
I don't know. Why are you trying to throw me fast?
She's a firefly yokai.
Yeah.
They're dressed quite fashionably at that. This floor needs to hurry the fuck up. Also, the frame rate slowly comes back as we get rid of dirt.
Yeah, because we're technically erasing particles from the fucking level geometry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you ever wanted proof that Cryobyte's CryoFreeze application works, like, here you are. I literally turned it on to 1080p when I installed it for the first time, and I got, like, significant frame rate improvements. Mind you, it varies from game to game, but if it's a game that requires a lot of RAM, there we go. Or that requires a lot of RAM.
My brain is failing me because I thought you were talking about how you can use cryofreeze to preserve fucking fireflies.
No! Technically, yes, but also no.
I mean, let's not give Cyrano ideas.
She's too busy with the frogs. The thing that I found out that's actually not harming the frogs, there's certain types of frogs that are just completely, you know, okay with being frozen like that. In fact, that's how they hibernate.
Alright, well that's the floor done. You want to wrap this shit up?
Making sure I'm not missing anything when it comes to floors. That's done.
Yeah, it blinked, so that means it's clean.
Okay, this has a little bit.
Oh, because it's technically like behind the counter, so it's a different part.
Yep, it's probably all this. I don't give a fuck. This is a good primal theme. Eat shit. I still think it's funny that like somebody unabashedly brought Power Man 5000 back from the dead just to complain about how industrial music all sounds the same. Have you heard about that, right? When somebody accused Soken of ripping a song from Power Man 5000. And like the takeaway that everyone got from it was, well, yeah, industrial rock all sounds the same. No shit, you're gonna make that confusion.
I haven't heard that.
Oh, it's so fucking funny. Like that was the internet's takeaway to the situation. Is like, oh yeah, Rob Zombie's brother got to chime in for the first time since 2001.
God damn.
Like it quickly turned into everyone just being absolutely savage towards a guy that really probably didn't want to be brought back up. Because like he probably has a complex about living in his brother's shadow.
I wouldn't be surprised. A few people do when it comes to like having relatives that are big famous.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that turn out to not be assholes. Generally, they tend to be aware of that.
What am I missing? Oh.
Underneath the fucking footstool, of course.
Also, this song absolutely was calling the plot like years before it was done. Or before we had that plot epiphany. Like everyone's like, oh, the song is Sephiroth is referring to the other warring triad, and like now that Endwalker has happened, everyone's just like, oh, they had this shit wrote out for years. It was only the in between that like wasn't actually wrote out when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV. But I won't go into full details about it because that is enormous plot spoilers. Especially since one of the links in this song isn't quite done yet, I believe. Where the song refers to someone, a serpent in the, I think it's like the serpent in the meadows of Access, which wasn't quite wasn't quite addressed yet, but a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be related to the upcoming expansion.
I mean, considering who is going to be involved, there's likely also going to be a black dragon, so there's your serpent.
The serpents in the meadows of Access. They must be cold because they're never dry. Like, genuinely, the songwriting in Final Fantasy XIV, as much as you give older Primal themes shit,
Justifiably.
and in some cases, yes, justifiably. I will still argue that Titan's a good song.
It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
But like the Warring Triad themes at large are like foreshadowing for all the way up to
like
Endwalker.
from a thematic and lyric
Yeah.
standpoint.
They're all foreshadowing to the events of Endwalker.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking cool.
Because I know they had mentions of like doing the things they did with the Ascians, having plans for that as far back as when they were wrapping up Heavensward, I believe.
Okay, we are gonna wrap up the game though.
I kind of want to finish my pizza before it gets really cold, admittedly, because it's good.
It's non. Anyways, I'm pretty sure the next 14 expansion will take place in Pandaria. Oh, I really don't want to relive Timeless Isle all over again.
I'm just gonna pretend I know what that means as I head out to eat my food. Everyone have a good one.
Yeah, anyways, and with that, thank you all so very much for watching. Hopefully the next few weeks will still be pretty doable. If I do feel too worn for streams, I will let everyone know ahead of time, and it'll be postponed to a weekend, be it Saturday or Friday more than likely. But yeah. And with that, let's do some quick shout outs. Venom Gaming 60, you actually followed yesterday. I don't know if you're in chat, but thank you for the follow. Malkin Alzuna, thank you for the resub with the Twitch Prime. And Fluffalicious, thank you for the tier 1 resub. Oh my god, for those who play World of Warcraft, the Black Prince is like was the worst thing to ever happen to WoW. Like, you would be doing dailies, and if you were caught up on the Black Prince, you would be getting two completely separate faction rep, but only one of the faction reps was actually making progress. Like, it was the fucking worst. The Black Prince of Bel Air. Oh no, that's horrible. But yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you all next time, and stay true to yourselves. Again, this actually brought up my mood quite a bit, so hopefully it'll maintain this, and we'll figure things out as I go. But yeah, have a good night, everybody, and stay true to yourself. See y'all next time.